Hello, Mega Man fans! Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. Alright. So we're here for the final stream of New Moon 2021, Cycle 12, Blood Moon 3. I almost forgot the numbers there, and I ran the tournament. Okay, so... Yep, today is gonna be the conclusion of the grand finals. We are here for 3 hours of net battling actions. Congratulations! Yeah, that isn't a lot of numbers, but what have I been doing to playerzero this entire time? But speaking of playerzero, it didn't work out last time, guys, but I've been working extra hard on my playerzero impression. So check this out.
Alright, hello and welcome everyone to New Moon 2021 Cycle 12, also known as Blood Moon number 3. So today will mark the last Blood Moon stream for the cycle. We have a lot of really exciting matches coming up, and don't worry, so we have more events planned after the Blood Moon. So I hear there will be a pool party or things might get freaky, but stay tuned until the end of the stream to find out for more information. But well, before all of that, I'm just going to briefly explain what is New Moon and how everything works. So the usual weekly round-robin tournament we have is called New Moon, which is basically generally a more casual tournament where people are trying out new builds, seeing how things work and stuff like that. But we also play it throughout the week, so people don't have to worry about being around in a specific time and basically can do their matches whenever they are. And then after 3 new moon cycles, we have Blood Moon, which is basically now. Blood Moon is different in that it has 2 different stages. So compared to the normal new moon, which is only the round robin, Blood Moon has both round robin and the top cut bracket. And for all of that trouble, the winner will receive the Moon Master role until the next Blood Moon. And that's basically where we are now. So before the end of today's stream, we will find out if we will have a new Moon Master or is Symes able to hold onto his title for the 3rd Blood Moon in a row. And with all of that out of the way, let's move on to the bracket and let's see how we left off from last week's bracket. Alright, so we will be starting from the winner's side of the bracket. So we will see playerzero playing vs Symes to see who will progress into the grand finals and then wait for the opposition to come in through the win harder bracket, as we called it through the last stream. And going to be joining us on commentary throughout this journey will be SoulXCross and Neryth. Hello guys.
Hey guys, thanks for having me here again. I'm ready for some action, baby.
Hello everyone, it's great to be here and I can't wait to cast some amazing games of Soul here. Alright, and I think with that, we are moving into the setups.
Alright, let's check it out. So first up, as we already previously found out, thank you to Salad and her lovely playerzero impression. We are actually watching playerzero versus Symes here. And it's actually a really interesting matchup. Any thoughts offhand, Neryth? What do you got?
Okay, first off, I just want to say this is already a grand finals tier matchup right here. We've got Symes and playerzero, 2 veterans, 2 people who consistently make it up there and pretty consistently make it either to first place for the new moon cycles or you know, almost there basically. So these are already the top contenders right off the bat. And one of them is going down into the losers bracket, or the win harder bracket, I guess is what we're calling it now. So Yeah, we see Symes with the Chunk Gregar, 2200 HP, super tanky Gregar, but no air shoes, right? The big trade-off that you've always got to make there. And we've talked about the setup. Not the first time we've seen it, of course, this late into this tournament. And with this Blood Moon, we've seen the big differences between this and like the usual chunky Gregar setup is just that there's triple Element Man here. Element Man Star, EX, and SP. So that gives a lot of versatility, a lot of options. Because one of the weaknesses of Element Man Star, because usually everyone will, well, not I won't say everyone, but most people will run Element Man Star because it's just such a great and versatile option, right? You get rid of Sanctuary, you threaten Tomahawk Cross, you can threaten Spout Cross and Charge and Heat Cross. Eli Cross, you've just got such great coverage from
it's
one
literally a Swiss Army knife, yeah.
Yeah, definitely the Swiss Army knife of the Navi chips. But the weakness is that usually you're going to be like, oh, well, I've got to save it for my opponent's Sanctuary if they're running Sanctuary. Or, oh no, they have this one cross, I don't have any other elemental chips to take care of it, I've got to save it for that. When you're running 3 of them like this really gives you the option to use it for utility, to use it right to combo with the freeze, to just switch the terrain to grass, to just or just use it for the pure damage right off the bat.
Absolutely. And you know what else is in this folder? That Gundel Force insane combo. Despite the disdain that Symes usually has for this combo, he's utilizing it for himself. Just that amazing amount of damage that you can put on the board simply through 2 chips on the same code is insane. Like, easily a 1,000 plus damaging combo. I think we've calculated to like 1,400 plus, if I remember it correctly, if you have at least +1 area, if not a little bit more. But yeah, 480 off of the Gundelso itself, and then the Buster Gun afterwards, and also the Colonel Army Forces with the +30. Oh, it's just a lot of damage. I definitely see that coming out this game at least twice.
Yeah, definitely the heavy hitter there, and you know it's possible to take an opponent down almost in a single turn. Well, especially if you've inflicted a little bit of damage with charge shots already. So
absolutely.
Definitely something to watch out for. And other than that, this is kind of a typical Symes build with the 2 holy panels in there. Another weird thing would be the Elex Sword E that's thrown in there. It's in code with the Element Man SP and EX, and there's some options with it, and we'll see whether or not it pays off for Symes here.
Yeah, definitely a great battle chip that can deny 2 crosses from a Falsar player. So it's pretty good for protecting your Heat Cross or your Charge Cross, or even protecting yourself from Tengu Lock, which is something that playerzero loves to go for. So playerzero is going to keep that in mind when going into Tengu. Going to want to wait for that Elixir to rear its ugly head and then go for the Tengu safely.
Yeah, and on the right side we have playerzero here, who has this kind of pretty standard G-code setup. Bubble Star, Static, the right Static, the Heat and Wood Dragons, Uninstall, Groundman SP, all of the great options from G-Code. Honestly, I wouldn't even say all of the great options, just a few of them, and you know, you don't need to carry everything in with how good these chips are individually and kind of how they threaten your opponent. Just keeps your opponent on their toes here. And having uninstall is very nice, especially against Gregar players that do have air shoes, but even without air shoes, you're taking off their super armor, so... And Groundman SP, great against Gregar, will make them think twice about going into /cross.
Yeah, definitely 2 top-tier threats against a /cross player, or a Gregar player in general, with the Meteor Knuckle, Neo Variable combo on deck, and of course that Groundman SP just doing so much damage to those poor /cross players that want to get a little bit of baby damage, you know, baby damage on those slow gauge turns.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to be very interesting because they are both playing very area grab heavy builds here. 4 area grabs on Symes, 5 on playerzero. grab revenge from Symes. I don't think there's a grab revenge coming out of player 0, but there's, of course, they both have Judge Man as well, so it's going to be a lot of contesting the area and just seeing who gets the upper hand in terms of the crosses. And it should be very interesting there. And player 0 does have a bugged Navicust. It's got multiple bugs, actually. The pretty common bug here is the HP bug. So during the game, player 0's HP is going to rapidly deplete during during the battle against Symes. But there's also I believe that custom 2 in the top left corner is also bugged. It is off of the Navicust, so it will actually also have the custom bug. So over time, player 0 will start to lose custom spaces unless they pull their bug fix and use it. So this could potentially be disastrous for player 0. Like, what if player 0 loses the Dust Cross on turn 1, or isn't able to go into Dust Cross because of Symes' pressure? And Symes does have 2 cursor chips at least, so Erase Man and Machine Gun 1. So there is the possibility that player 0 can't really hold on to Dust Cross, and that would delay digging for the bug fix. Player 0 also does have attack max, charge max, and speed max here, and I believe all 3 of them are bugged. So this is going to be a maximum Buster Jam proc build as well. So if you're trying to line up with player 0, you'd better watch out, because there's going to be a lot of Buster Jam proc fishing of just charge shots will spontaneously come out when player 0 fires their regular P shots. So player 0 won't have to charge their Buster when it comes to getting the default charge shot, which is a times 10 damage. So that will be 50 damage, random 50 damage shots, just firing out rapidly, potentially.
But not just for player 0, because Symes also has attack max and that their charge max bugged as well. Although it's a lower level, he has Buster Bug level 3, level 2, whereas player 0 has Buster Bug level 3. So we will be seeing these Buster procs coming from both players, actually, after a bug fix especially. Now, in terms of luck and who gets the most procs, I think Symes better watch out.
Yeah, you never want to gamble against player 0. That's just a surefire way to lose right off the bat.
No. We do not want to roll dice with that, man. But that being said, I think everything's been pretty much covered. Let's get into this match and see how it shakes out. Alrighty then.
This is the double VOD, so
yeah, it's actually really interesting seeing that player 0 is immediately going for that defensive bulky kind of turn with Dust Cross here. Gonna try to get some digging going. Oh, as Symes goes for Elec. Okay, so I think the idea here is to go ahead and use the Erase Man to try and decross, but because of player 0 grabbing that there barrier 200, it's a little harder to line up charge shots and able to break that barrier 200. So Symes is really looking to do that, and this, oh wow, excellent sequence from Symes, able to get that erase in there at the very last second into an Element Man, changing the panel types. Okay, not going for the ice here is smart, because it was actually messing him up when trying to line up those charge shots, right? So he definitely wants to get the grass in order to regain movement at a much more comfortable pace.
yeah, definitely. And player 0 does have the option of going to Beast, which would grant float shoes, and that would deny any line charge shots like Elect Cross and Erase Cross. So Symes going for grass there, definitely the best option here.
That's an excellent use of that Swiss Army knife, as we brought up in the folder setups discussion, as a matter of fact. So yeah, it's actually looking really strong, using that to gain a tactical advantage in terms of lining up your damage. Symes heavily relies on his busters because of the amount of damage it puts on. And plus, his folder's not necessarily built for just oppressive damage.
And there's the double area grab, getting into this solid offensive position.
I really got a question here going into Tomahawk when you know your opponent has 3 Element Man SPs. Definitely trying to bait it out there. Oh, gets rid of the iron damage too. Symes just not caring, just gonna go ahead and eat up all these charge shots from player 0. But both players with life are it's not gonna make anything happen. But Symes does have Wind Rack, and oh, player 0 also has that reg static, so we might just see the immediate removal of both life auras in the same frame. Ooh, deciding to switch out to Aquacross here. I still think it's unsafe because you can get hit with Element Man Elec, but there's not much option here to go into anything else. And nice.
Oh. ×2 off of the grass panel, but no D-Cross.
Taking advantage of Symes camping forward, goes for the Erase Man, trying to get those Buster procs. He only gets 1. Very fortunate, and a ×2 because on grass. But somehow Symes still on top thanks to that bulky amount of HP. Oh, and the Groundman SP gonna be denied here by the Invisible. Oh, how amazing.
Player 0 down to 1 HP here, and we'll see whether or not they can make it to the end of the turn. They just barely squeeze in.
Both players drawing their Recover 300 options. That's going to be amazing for player 0 right now. The turn ended with him flashing, I believe, so he should be able to squeeze into the HP recovery right before his invincibility frames end. Nice, 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 nice. He does survive, but because he erased, Symes will be able to end this Pierce. Oh, the mix-up! Only 1 Buster left. Nice. That buys him extra time because now Symes had to move around, but still is able to clean it out.
And with that, Symes takes the first battle. Very close match right there. Player 0 managing to at least get a couple more turns out with that Recovery 300 and that defensive play, but under slow gauge, just wasn't enough time to make it into the next turn.
Yeah, it was really tough match, especially for PZ. Definitely feeling the weight of the HP difference here. That's a nearly 400 HP. No, it is 400 HP difference between the two. Usually the Bowser player is on the chunkier end of the spectrum, but Gregor having this amount of HP with Recover 300 is a little hard to combat against because of those charge shots and how amazing they can pressure their opponent. Oh.
Ooh, and this is a great situation for player 0, getting the favorable cross matchup right off the bat.
Symes is literally forced to go for the invisible early on, but it's only gonna last so long. Now he has to play the mind game with dodging. Oh, interesting. Gets the damage with the 100 on the Element Man grass and still lands a charge shot. And now getting both hits on Tengu. Oh, this is unfortunate. And the turn, the use of Neo variable, the Sonic Boom Blade. Wow. How did he even squeeze that out so fast? Oh my gosh. Yo, player 0, please.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how Symes reacts to this this Neo variable Sonic Boom coming in. Ooh, that is a pretty solid reaction right there. If Symes can drop the Sanctuary before the Sonic Boom hits, it will have the damage. Oh, but it does hit right before it drops.
We have to acknowledge how perfect that play was on Player Zero's behalf. Like, you were able to squeeze out that damaging. Oh my gosh, this is too much. Player Zero.
No.
Just steamrolling here, squeezing out the Neo variable before the end of turn while still hitting the opponent on a perfectly timed end of intangibility frame. Like, that was an insane combo, and now there's more.
Yeah, now Symes is uninstalled and lost ElectCross there. Didn't manage to connect with Judgman either, so Player Zero holding on to this Aqua Cross. Not the most important cross for this setup, but just being able to hold on to it and get that D-Cross on your opponent is a pretty big deal. Symes definitely on the back foot here, but could still have a reversal with that Gundel Force combo somewhere down the line. PZ taking some time, thinking this turn through. Got so many great offensive options this turn, and it looks like Player Zero is going to go for the Knuckles. So kind of a weird order here, but we'll see if it works out. Ooh, the Judgman connects. Oh, not able to get that the Tengu Wreck. Knuckles connects, and so does this Erase Man follow-up. And this creates a Tengu lock. Ooh, Symes at least manages to get onto this Holy Panel with the area grab they just used. Ooh, and there's the freeze. This will buy Symes a bit more time.
Oh man, but not gonna be able to line up the Buster there. Oh man, the Tengu lock almost complete, just needed one more area grab in order to do an insane amount of damage, but doesn't get that area grab. He's stripping away resources one step at a time. Symes is really feeling the pressure now. He can opt to give himself a Holy Panel here, but do you trust giving that panel or putting that panel in front of yourself just so PZ can steal it with a possible area grab in their own hand, you know? It's a really tough gamble, but Symes doesn't have much else to go for, so he needs to be able to soften up some of these blows.
PC is going to have to think this one through quite carefully, knowing that Symes could potentially have the Gundel Force combo. So this could all be reversed very quickly, and it could actually be PZ taking the defeat here, at least from PZ's perspective. So going to have to lock in the right defense here, and looks like Life Aura is the choice. Or no, this is the Barrier 200. And it does protect against the Erase Man.
And the barrier's going to be protected as well because of that Holy Panel that's underneath him. Don't step forward. Oh, gets clipped up. Nice. The machine gun does get the rest. A Wind Rack in hand. Stepping forward. So risky. Bug Fix does come out. PZ does not have the damage in hand to clean this out, though. He does have Buster Gun. So
Buster Jam procs are coming in.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so rough.
All right, only one proc, but that still took Symes down to a third of their remaining HP, or rather 2/3.
This is a really tough situation for Symes. He really wants to use this area grab to get area back, but you're gonna lose out on the ability to do some damage too. I mean, okay, no, it's probably better just to take this area grab and use it as an area grab, obviously, because you don't want to beast charge it in this kind of situation. You do want to use the defenses for some chip charging, especially to try and get rid of this Tomahawk cross that your opponent just randomly went for. Nice, excellently timed defense. Oh, Symes, recognizing that he's not going to get any damage this turn, opts to just use the invisible in his hand. It should last till right about the end of the turn. This holy panel will protect him from a lethal hit. He needs to take it there, yep. Oh, nice. Oh, and the turn flashing, not something you really want to give your opponent an opportunity for. One recovered 300 left. That will be good enough to get Symes through the next couple of turns. Maybe, but it does seem like PC is lacking an option to deal that one last piece of damage. So this 300 should come out safely. What I do like, though, is that Symes secured an end game with Colonel Force and Gundelso obviously baiting PZ into using earlier defenses by going into that beast out, right? Now PZ was conditioned to play more defensively and less aggressively, which is how Symes is able to play it to this point. There goes the 300, a wind rack. This is exactly what Symes needed to get his reversal. No more defenses in hand. He's just gonna have to accept anything that's coming out right now. But PZ, recognizing that his opponent doesn't have anything that's really threatening, can just sit there and hold his B button.
Yeah, this is such a tough spot for Symes here. Still not having drawn the Colonel Force.
But he does have Life Aura in hand, which is going to be essential to protecting the last bits of his life here. He has no way to deal with what his opponent has here. The Life Aura is definitely still in the way, but neither player can really do anything about it. I love the pattern that they're stepping in. Oh, there is an area grab. PC does nail it. Oh, that's really bad too. Holy panel situations on PC's side here. Oh, but the Element Man.
And this static has to connect here for PZ. PZ has exhausted their other options for removing this Life Aura.
The situation is dire for Symes right now. The only way out of this is to secure the removal of the holy panels with the SB.
Oh no!
He wanted Ice there. He wanted to go for Ice because it changes the panel type first. Oh man! But now because of that situation, PZ's able to install and keep this Life Aura for a little bit longer. Symes taking the Elixir just to get a little bit further into his deck. No Beast Out is going to make it a lot harder for PC to land this. Oh no, it's going to make it even easier to land this. But oh my gosh, it's all going to come down to that Ground Man. It's all going to come down to this. PZ is just not pulling the trigger. I don't understand why. What is he waiting for? They both ran out. But Symes knew it was gonna run out at the very end. Oh my gosh, this is it. A beast over. This will be exactly what he needs to survive. But will it be enough damage?
Yeah, Symes is at the end of his rope here. The only option left is this Beast over Colonel Force, Gundel Force play, but I don't think it'll do enough damage.
I'm not sure if it will do enough damage either, but it's kind of the only play that he has. He chooses not to take it? What?
Well, with only 2 columns of panels here, I think it definitely wouldn't do enough damage.
No, he has 3. Remember, he grabbed Revenge at the very end of that turn. He's getting it back.
That's true. It's still changing right there. So, but I don't think it would do enough to playerzero.
So, okay, he's relying on... yeah, as I said earlier, you need that +1 area to go ahead and deal at least that 1400. So less than that would probably be about 1k or close to that, so it definitely would not be enough. So Symes needs to hit at least 2 charge shots before going for that button. Oh, PZ thinking about risking it all. If he beast overs right now in slow gauge, he could possibly do enough damage. Oh, but he decides not to do it. Oh, but he misses the static. This means he has to rely on the Buster proc. Symes did it. No, Groundman is in hand. All Symes has to do is eat the Groundman. He has to take Groundman to the face. Oh, it doesn't matter. The Buster procs.
And with that, we go into game 3. So it's tied up 1-1 now. Player Zero playing it so patiently, just bleeding it down to the last of both of their resources. And Symes just was put under so much pressure in that last match that they had to use up some of the resources that they probably wanted to save for like a good Kernel Force combo. And just never able to get that lethal blow onto Player Zero, never able to hit the threshold.
Oh, already doing some decent damage with the charge shots here. And again, this barrier 200 is gonna deny Symes. Oh, but wait! Symes doesn't know that Tengu Man is in the hand right now. He needs to babysit the top 2. He has to. You can't step down there. But he did. Oh no! PZ, oh no, he clips him! That was just enough to get rid of that erase. That was huge for PZ.
Yeah, and with that, PZ knows that that the Dust Cross is probably pretty safe for this next turn at least.
Oh my gosh, PZ, what are you? He's a cheater! Do you see this hand? This hand's godlike! Oh my, first you just dealt with the race, which is a huge detriment to your overall strategy, getting those dust digs to get that bug fixed, but now you're gonna uninstall and bubble? Oh, and this is gonna be a ×2 bubble, I bet. Oh no, it's not. He's using Beast Call instead of going for Aqua. Bubble Star, if that connects, will confirm. But Symes opts to go for Life Roar this turn. Does PZ have the hindsight? He does! He's going Tengu! He has the hindsight to deal with it! On reaction to that... Oh, he's going Heat Cross too! This is perfect! On reaction to seeing a Bubble Star, Symes is gonna have to respond with that Life Aura, which means he's gonna be able to deal with it! Oh no, he's just gonna do it for free! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, PZ, you're a madman. And to turn Life Aura, it's gonna get just dusted away. Literally the same. What is this game? What is this game? Yo, hold on.
Yeah, PZ not even needing to back B there. Just the Tengu rack already in motion, sending that Life Aura away.
Hold on. Hold on. In the same ending frames of his charge shot, he got rid of the Life Aura like that? Like that piece? Element Man, okay, this is actually huge. Going for the freeze, not missing this time. Into Elexord. Oh no, no Elexord, he has to charge tackle. Oh, but he gets it.
Oh, Eclipse!
Let's go, yo, Symes, that was insane. That was insane! What?
Ooh, and dealing with this Life Aura too, with the Element Man SP.
Top tier Battle Network, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it looks like. Oh my gosh, and this is round 1. Oh man, I can't.
Yeah, this is only our first set of the day. Player Zero sending Symes to the back with that Wind Rack and doing this double area grab, getting access back to these holy panels. And PZ is in a tough spot here. 690 HP definitely means that Symes could wrap this up in one turn if Symes just pulls the right offensive chips. And we do see the Gundel Force.
I love that PZ recognizes and respects Gundel Force and is immediately going to this Tomahawk Cross to try and deny as much damage and respond on reaction as soon as possible. But it's scary because your Force... Oh, this is the best case situation for PZ! It just immediately... Oh my gosh, what?
Not a great time freeze right there. This anti-damage will be wasted. But the cross matchup here is favorable for PZ.
HP is declining fast because of the loss of super armor. Oh, but the double recover 300. And just like that, Symes takes a staggering lead. In terms of HP, he needs to keep up in this area. Oh, now it's a mind game. Now it's a mind game. And he's mind game. Oh my god.
Yeah, and with that uninstall in play as well, Symes is just going to get knocked around.
Meteor Knuckle in a corner? Oh no.
Yeah, and
He's
Symes is
doing
eyeing
it.
/cross, so this could be a very lethal turn.
He locked in the slash. PC. If you hit okay, there's no way you lose. How do you lose? Oh, it's over. Dude, it's over. It's impossible. Okay, Sanctuary isn't hit. He goes for it immediately. Oh no. No, Symes. Okay, Element. Very smart. Symes decides, I'm just gonna go ahead and take the damage. I'll have invincibility frames. My opponent's gonna be forced to back up. I get the Buster Gun here, deal with that anti-damage, and now I'm going to sit. I'm going to sit and patiently wait for my opponent to do a thing. I'm completely content with that. Oh, the amazing movement.
Oh, a neither player popped their chips there. Both of them just waiting.
No, Symes, he's opting to change up the
PZ.
course.
Oh no, but PZ might have more patience. Actually thinking about just holding on to this this chip setup, holding on to the Meteor Knuckle here, and this could be really bad for Symes. After all, Kernel Force is dependent on your own panels, so if Symes thinks better of it, holds on to this anti-damage.
Oh, I love this! I love this! Yo! Oh, the area comes back. This is really good for Symes here. He's losing out in terms of damage, though, because of the Buster Gun. PC got his bug fix already, and so he's able to pressure with these 50 damage charge shots. I mean, they're only doing 25 now thanks to Sanctuary. Symes wants to trigger it, but he's seeing PC not do anything. He's going again. Let's go! Let's go! PC.
The problem here, we've said this before. The problem here is you're gambling against PZ. So, even though you've got Sanctuary, you both have Buster Jam. You only got one level lower Buster Jam.
No, he came!
Oh no! He came!
Three hits! Wait, man! Oh no! You were so close! Symes, no! No! It's nothing personnel.
Oh no!
That was insane, yo!
In a tragic turn of events, Symes gets knocked down into the losers bracket by playerzero. Absolutely stunning. The fact that both of these players sitting on those chips for, was that 3 or 4 turns? It felt like forever. Just sitting there and just playing with what they had. Both of them knowing something's up. PZ knowing that it isn't safe to just launch the Meteor Knuckle, and Symes knowing that PZ is waiting for probably that Meteor Knuckle. They both knew it, and in the end, Symes gambled against PZ in multiple ways.
Do that.
Both of the Buster Jam procs, right? I mean, sure, you've got Buster Jam as well, but your opponent has one level higher than you. And it's PZ, so the amount of charge shots, those Buster Jam procs that were landing on Symes, it's only 25 damage? What do you mean only 25 damage when you're landing like 8 of them? That is still a lot of damage racking up.
And there was also the HP bug that was just draining Symes' life away because he didn't draw his own bug fix that game, right? So it's just eating away at his life, and he's feeling pressure. He's feeling it under PZ's Buster Guns, even though he has the life lead. The mind games was just too much, and he pressed the A button. He said, I'm just going to kill him. I'm just going to kill him. And then PZ was just like holding out his hand. It was a good game, dude.
That's some truly stunning gameplay from PZ and Symes. Wow. All right. So that kind of conclusion, that's got to feel bad. So I mean, for Symes, just knowing your opponent sitting on it, just being like, what do I do? And then starting to lose the Buster, the neutral Buster game right there between the two of them, even with Sanctuary up. That's got to feel bad.
The problem I have is like he knew, but he caved, bro. He was so close. Oh my god. Who do we have next, dude? Who do we have next?
So our next set of the day is Desmond versus Neryth.
Yeah, so before we go into that, let's go into the bracket first to see what it looks like as a review from last week. So we just saw the conclusion of this match, I believe, and give me a second. So with that, we have a rare event in Blood Moon, actually, where Symes is knocked out of the winner's bracket. With that, we're gonna go into losers. Or, excuse me, what we're now calling the Win Harder bracket. So yeah, we're gonna we already saw the first match of losers round 2 last stream, which was Alrysc versus Sharona Nep SP. So now we're gonna lead with Neryth versus Desmond. And with that, let's switch into setups. Okay, you guys are good.
Okay, so this is Desmond versus Neryth.
That Neryth guy again? Jeez. He keeps showing up, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what's with that guy. But yeah, it's a Gregar versus Falzar matchup, and we do see Desmond playing the V code with the Super Vulcan, White Capsule, Tactical Sturdy, and just this Kernel Force setup. Got a T code SP Navies. Pretty standard V code setup with the Bubble Star, Elect Dragon combos and everything. Only thing out of place there, or kind of strange, is the Fireburn 1, but it makes sense for V-Code to maybe think about packing Dexter Fire just to deal with a potential Tomahawk from your opponent.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think Fireburner 1 is really slept on. People do have to recognize that sometimes Falzar players especially don't bring shoes. So those cracked panels will definitely be a detriment at some point if they don't play carefully, or if they just run around willy-nilly all over their board and crack all those panels. So there's definitely a lot of utility and edge case uses for Fireburner 1. I'm glad to see you get some representation here.
Yeah, definitely. And Desmond is running the 1500 HP Air Shoes Gregar setup, so very different from the Chonk setup that we just saw in play, the 2200 HP Gregar setup. This one does have the utility from Air Shoes, so there isn't going to be any situations where you're locked in place, especially near the front. It's going to have to be purely through area. And on the other side, we have Neryth's W code, which is a double get-in, double slow gauge setup. And notably, there's no defense. So no anti-damage, no invis, no recovery 300s, nothing of that sort. So it's just pure offense and then a little bit of utility there. The defense is mainly from these one-off chips, the splash chips, Life Aura in U code, Sanctuary in Z code, and that's about it. Even the one trap is actually an offensive trap there, the anti-recovery.
Yeah, and as for the Navi cast, Desmond's actually just kind of running something fairly standard for Gregar that we've known to recognize as the standard build for Gregar. Air shoes and general good stuff. Rush, super armor, undershirt, custom one. Yeah, the usual stuff. So it's a very safe cust, very beginner friendly. And it actually lends itself pretty well to the V code strategy, I believe. I would like to see one more cust for this kind of build, especially because you're trying to get those combos as quickly as you can, because let's face it, Gregar needs the cust in order to get their cards. We don't have dust, right? So one cust with a V code kind of folder is a little more risky than it has to be, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. And especially when you're relying on on a combo, right? Bubble Star Elect Dragons. If you pull all of your Bubble Stars, not able to pull your Elect Dragons, that's going to be a serious problem. Or the other way around, of course. But notably here, Neryth does not have uninstall in this setup, so Desmond's Air Shoes is going to completely protect from any potential Gundel Soul 3 cheese involving the Get and Gundel Soul 3 combo. So the only way Gundel Soul is going to come into play here is going to be through full area lock, which is pretty unlikely with Desmond running 4 area grabs and Judge Man as well. So
it can happen if you decide to utilize, or if you can, not even decide, if you can utilize the Tengu Cross to try and pressure that area, which is, it's still really hard, right? That's the basic gist. So I think it will most likely come out in the form of beast charges for this matchup, because don't forget, the Tengu charge, beast charge, and the Dust beast charge are actually really good charges. In fact, even the Tomahawk beast charge is really good. And we do have in here 2 panel grabs. So beast charging those for Tomahawk with 2 panel grabs and 1 area grab in the panel grab will mean you connect those for free every time, and the Mega Boomers as well. So Desmond does have a lot to worry about, even though you might not be able to get full value out of the GBS.
yeah, definitely. One of the great advantages of running Gundel Soul is the fact that it is null chip. It's a null element chip, so you can definitely just charge it if you feel like you can't get much value out of it. But with that, I think we are ready to go into the match. So we see Desmond pull a lot of defense this first turn. It would be surprising not to see an anti-damage right near the start of it, and there it is, sequencing for it. Slow gauge into anti-damage, Bubble Star, and the Invis there. Slow gauge getting dropped right off the bat here. Desmond trading this anti-damage for that Spout Man right off the bat. And this Erase Man was a little bit early, so it doesn't connect. Ooh, and Neryth took 2 hits there from the charge shot. And it looks like Desmond is thinking about an Erase Beast turn right here. Gonna try to go for those Erase Tails to get that ×2 hit onto Dustcross. Ooh, and both Erase Tails landing there. Willing to sacrifice one of those area grabs just to deny the Tomahawk charges. At 400 HP and with no defense, Neryth is going to be hard-pressed to survive this next turn, but Desmond is opting to hold on to that Super Vulcan, maybe leave it for the turn after. And it is still going to be an Erase Beast turn, so we'll see what happens. Ooh, and another double hit from that Elect Dragon right there.
And here we are in game 2. All right. Shoosh. Nice to be back.
Yeah, now it's a cracked panels field, so Desmond's gonna get some mileage out those air shoes for sure right here. Not gonna be limited in any way by all these cracked panels.
I gotta say, I do like the T-code navies, of course. They're really strong and very good at placing like your opponent in some pretty messed up positions. But when you get them in hands where you have double V and not much else to go alongside them, it's a little janky. I think that cut definitely shows its worth in these kinds of situations. Oh, but very conveniently, he does have the option to get rid of this Life Aura now. Spoutman's gonna come out, do some great damage, Erase Man to follow up, and the pull into Judgment. Oh, this is gonna be a confirmed charge shot. Oh, the mashing, what skill? Wow. Tengu Man is gonna come out soon. Oh no, but beat! You have to feed the bird! You gotta feed it. Yeah, latency definitely does play a huge factor online for certain areas. You know, like sometimes our players are from two completely different countries on the opposite sides of the world, playing a game that isn't even supposed to be necessarily connecting online via VPN. Yeah, of course it's going to be a little laggy. Air grab coming down. Oh, the wind rack! Perfectly fine. Oh, into the counter hit. Oh, what a combo. What a combo. Oh, but Neryth is able to get down these charges into a Meteor Knuckle. Oh, you're not PC, dude. You only get 3. You only get 3. You're not PC. Stop. Stop it. Oh, I'm sorry, Neryth. I'm sorry.
That's just the way it works. With PZ, that match would have ended right there. But, even in the center.
Damn. It's really true. Yo, that felt so bad to watch. Oh, but it's still great damage, you're not that far behind anymore. Ooh. I do like the change here. Oh, but because of the air shoes. You didn't deserve that. Did you deserve that? You totally deserved it. Oh no, but the... Dang.
Yeah, so really unfortunately that bamboo sword didn't connect, and so what should have been 600 damage turned into, I think, 20 damage from contact. So, and with that, that's a very quick,
I understand.
very, very quick set from Desmond. You've got the 1500 versus 1400 HP setup, so definitely very volatile, especially with low defense, or I should say no defense from my side.
Yeah, that's definitely the one caveat I have to some of your lists is the lack of defense. But that's also the biggest boon of some of your lists is that it's just so offensively pressuring. You could do so much damage so quickly that you can blink and you have 200 HP when you were starting at 1800. So it's a huge trade-off, max reward off of offensive-based battle versus playing more defensively.
Yeah, definitely. That trade-off is there and doesn't always pay off. But with that, Desmond progresses into the win harder side of the bracket.
Really quick, I would like to say a couple of things. We have a few donations. Oh, okay. Oh, looks like the first one's from Blue Star, actually. And there's a note. He says, finally got some time to watch a whole stream live. I love y'all. Happy to help the community where I can. And it's a small donation of $5. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Blue Star. We also got one from HonorNite, no message, but another donation of $5. We appreciate that. Thanks, Wazzy. And Blue Star running it back. Oh, okay. Blue Star said, forgot to ask for my orange back in the last dono. Here's a $3. Thank you, Blue Star. Very nice. Thank you guys so much for those donations.
Okay, so with that, let's go back to the bracket stage. So that was the first match of the Win Harder bracket today, and it's a lot to keep up with, guys. So can you do the math and figure out where we're going from here? Can you keep up? Oh wait, thank you, Zay, for the $10 donation. He's back! Alright, so with that, that was the end of the loser's second round. Sorry, I mean Win Harder bracket second round. With that, we are moving on to the Win Harder quarterfinals. And we're gonna start with HonorNite versus Desmond. It's a battle of the socks. Okay, are we ready to go into setups?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it then. Okay, you guys can go.
All right, the Battle of the Socks. This day was destined to happen in a top cut bracket. The two resident socks staring each other. As one sock is a little bit cleaner than the other sock, but this sock has stripes on it, so it's a little bit better.
Yeah,
who is the better sock?
I would be surprised if this set didn't knock our socks off. So let's get into setups. And it is going to be Balzar versus Gregar here. We just saw Desmond play, and now it's HonorNite with this Balzar setup. It's kind of this G code, partial G code. But also with this W splash, and obviously we've seen it in the prior round robins, in the round robin stage, but now we're seeing this this matchup here. It should be very interesting. The G code obviously has a lot going for it. Not too many chips being chosen from it. Just 2 wood dragons, the heat dragon, and an uninstall is going to be attached to one of those. And then you've got the Groundman SP, but that Groundman SP is just so lethal against Gregor players, against that SoulXCross.
Absolutely. There's one thing I want to bring up really quickly, and that's the splash to W code in HonorNite's build here. It's a little risky, right? Because you would think magnums can sometimes hinder the use of Groundman SP, but with a little bit of smart play and the use of custom max, baby, we can decipher and play around those in the hands and make sure our Groundman SP goes off unhindered. In fact, we can even deny the opponent the area to move down and use a Groundman SP safely. So it's going to be really interesting in seeing how HonorNite utilizes these Magnum Ws alongside that Barrier 200 in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. And, Magnum's got so much utility going for it as well. We talked about the Swiss Army knife known as Element Man.
Gang, gang.
Magnum is honestly almost that same level of utility because, sure, Desmond's got air shoes, right? You're not going to be limiting Desmond's movement, but, a single well-placed Magnum right before Kernel Force comes out, that just ruins the Kernel Force damage output, right? You're moving 3 panels worth. So you can create a lot of safe spaces for yourself. You can remove holy panels. You can get rid of potentially even obstacles depending on how the area is set up and everything. So there's a lot going on with the magnums right there. We'll see how much value HonorNite gets out of it. And yeah, so we're seeing again the Falzar versus Gregor, the opposite versions matchup, and it should be interesting to see how it plays out.
Absolutely. And there is an interesting gauge war going on here. Fast gauge at 2 in HonorNite's build versus the 1 here. So we will see a bit of a gauge war. But as long as Desmond can lock down 1 solid turn of something like SoulXCross in slow gauged with that 1 area grab, there will be a potential for a huge amount of damage. And all it takes is 1 long turn.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to watch out for that. It's kind of a bit of a gamble for Gregor in terms of committing to that 1 turn of the slow gauge, the area grabs that you might need to lock your opponent in, and then just trying to get as much value out of that turn as possible, especially with only 1 slow gauge against 2 fast gauges. So Desmond, for some reason, opted for that 1 slow gauge instead of 2, and that is going to be a bit of a disadvantage in this matchup. But we'll just have to see how it plays out. And with that, I think we can move into the set. So we are seeing this from HonorNite's point of view.
Oh, that was some really quick selection there. We can definitely see that HonorNite has mastered, if you will, the speedrun category for choosing chips first.
Yeah, and now HonorNite is just sitting back, reclining with a martini or something. Just keep it easy.
Element Man has feet in hand, turn 1, just going for it. Instead of trying to wait it out and maybe punish a charge cross with that element ice. Oh, is he gonna make it out in time? Oh, he did. All right, nice. Fast gauge coming out immediately. I don't think Desmond's too upset about that. Now, the question here is, do I or do I not go Dust? Bringing in this this barrier is a decent pick, but I'm not sure if it's going to last the next turn. I believe Desmond did have, let me double check, Windrak is in fact tagged, so it could be in the hand of this turn for Desmond. So that's kind of the read you're going to want to go with. I would focus on decrossing here because the continued turns of getting chips for a custom 1 build, especially in V code, is just too devastating to let go for too long.
There was
cool.
Oh wow! So that Super Rock actually got knocked into Desmond as Desmond was doing the charge tackle, so it exploded as they collided. And HonorNite did land that Heat Dragon on grass that had an uninstall attached to it, so Desmond just lost their air shoes and their super armor.
Yeah, there goes basically the entire value of that cust. That's one thing I really don't like about the standard cust, is that you're so vulnerable after an uninstall because you put so much space into the uninstall, into that super armor, just for it to get deleted by 1 move. Yeah, it's a little rough. Oh nice, the area grab does come down here. It will deny Tengu Lock. And HonorNite's going to go ahead and deny Rush here in the same vein. Very good turn so far. Magnum going to be able to deal with that anti-damage as well. Very quick.
Ooh, and
Literally
pretty rough there.
1 HP difference here.
Desmond not able to land a bubble Elect Dragon combo there, thanks to that barrier 200.
But still get some value, right? The Lightning Dragon, the Elect Dragon there, was able to do 200 damage to that Life Force, so he was able to clear it out there.
Ooh, and Desmond might not have the answer to this full area lock. And that is a tragic turn to drop slow gauge.
Ooh, I like that. Ooh, okay. All right, Desmond's still showing signs of life, but this will be denying the rest of those busters.
Oh, and this is really bad here. Desmond locked to the back here, but also with the air shoes stripped off, Desmond no longer has the option of lining up with HonorNite. So HonorNite is safe to just sit here and unleash the Tengu racks. And now, with it under slow gauge, this turn is going to be brutal if Desmond doesn't have the right defenses.
Yeah, he can't even hit with the bubble rack in this position. He's gonna have to. I said bubble rack. I meant bubble star. You can't even line up Super Vulcan. There's so much that's wrong for this exact setup. Oh, Desmond's gonna have to rely on. Oh, this is really bad. He needs to hit a beast charge in order to get rid of this life aura. But now with this right here, and waiting for the panel to go out into Judgment. Oh my gosh, HonorNite's on fire.
HonorNite safely waiting out the rest of that heat breath, not wanting to take an actual hit from it, just gonna let the life aura take care of that.
Yeah, I was really surprised not leading off the ground man there. Definitely the best play here, especially since he can follow it up with some great defenses. Easy way to end the game, but it isn't going for it. Oh, he wants to end the game. So leading off with the anti-damage here is going to bait a response. Either way, it resets the position if Desmond doesn't respond to it, because he still gets the defense and Desmond has to play around that. Oh, but stepping down was literally the best option. Oh, but the invisible as well. Into another area. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. It's bubble stuff. Oh, nice counter hit. I got a little scared for a second.
This is a full area lock, so definitely have to be careful of that Kernel Force at this point. But HonorNite still has plenty of defense, both an invis and an anti-damage on this turn, and going into Tomahawk too.
I like not going for it. Yes, that was so smart. Wait it out. Tengu SP. No, too early. Oh, does it hit? No, it doesn't. It was too early on both players. Oh, really interesting. If Desmond wants to get any value, he had to camp that spot, which means HonorNite was free to go ahead and pressure with basically whatever he wanted in that situation. And Desmond would either have to eat that damage or retreat, and he opted to retreat. Yeah, it's over.
Oh, that invis will not protect and grab revenge, but Life Aura will. The HonorNite does have the full cust.
Judgment wins! Oh, this is really bad! Oh, but escaping at the end of the turn! There's no way to get rid of that aura. Gotta stick with what you got. But does Desmond have area? Wait, doesn't he still have Kernel Force? Oh,
Yeah,
this is really bad.
Desmond still has the options, so... An HonorNite with no clear way to take care of this Life Aura.
I think he still has a no battleship in his hand. He can try to tip charge that, but with Life Aura up, there's really not much you can do as a Bowser player. It's not like you have the ability to go into a cross and chip charge something away and just get rid of Life Aura like that.
Yeah, and that is the trade-off between the two versions. Gregor has a much easier time hitting that damage threshold so that their beast charges can take care of Life Aura, but Bowser has Tengu Cross, which obviously can do it almost add away with back B, but as in exchange, most of their beasts can't actually reach the 200 HP threshold for the Life Aura.
Okay, what do you do in this situation? I don't know why Desmond is thinking for so long. Does he think Tengu is still in play? You're in such a good position. Like, I wonder what combination of chips you're looking at right now.
Yeah, definitely kind of weird here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't understand. Okay.
There it is.
Finally.
Going to Erase Cross.
Oh, that was so smart. Yeah, you're clipped. No, you're clipped. No, you're done. You're done. You don't dodge that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Just game 2, bro. Game 2, bro. Yeah. Oh, the mashing! Yo, he made it out! That's amazing! What? Okay. But how do you deal? How? You can't even chip charge this? He can get onto this Wood Dragon. I love it.
The only thing I can think of...
Damage Judge? Damage Judge WinCon?
is that Desmond might have thrown away the Kernel Force at some point, because otherwise I'm not sure what happened here.
One more turn, Damage Judge WinCon! This is it! Objective survive! Oh, he's just dodging it all! Beast over. Game GG. Okay,
Oh,
who won though?
wow.
Who won though?
Oh, wow.
Damage Judge WinCon. Yo, you have to be ready for this kind of situation. This is a part of the game.
This is why you don't give up.
This is
And
exactly
HonorNite takes it
That's it.
by
Game
120 HP on Damage Judge. So we were all expecting that Kernel Force. We were expecting that lethal combo to come out, and it looks like it got taken by B, or maybe it I'm not sure what happened there, but it never came out. It might have gone to a beast charge instead.
It could have been 3-framed. Maybe it was 3-framed, but I didn't see anything that could possibly do that.
Yeah, definitely. That's why you never give up. Right, that's for sure.
Area grab. Back to neutral. Oh my gosh. He might have beast charged the Kernel Force to get rid of the aura because he couldn't deal with it. Oh, wow. Wow!
Yeah, I think it couldn't have gone to beat. I think that was a turn 1 beat.
Yeah, no, it couldn't have been beat.
So it must have been a beast charge.
Wow, what a situation. To have the lead the whole game, get chipped down to just the right amount of HP, and to lose it all. Dang. Wait, that makes me... Why did it take so long for that one turn then? What were you looking at? Yo, I'm so confused. Okay. I like this play. This is gonna waste so much time on the custom screen, and then immediately just get rid of that aura. Nice, nice. Oh, when your opponent throws a meteor knuckle, that's disrespectful.
No, not at all. Here we see a really great potential turn from HonorNite. You got the uninstall here. You have a lot of your G-code chips here. So you're gonna try to land this uninstall here. That's gonna strip the air shoes, and suddenly all these broken panels, these cracked panels, are so much worse.
Oh, you're right, and he has to eat this. Tail wings, bro, just coming through. You gotta eat it.
Oh,
yeah,
look at that.
You gotta eat it.
Full contact. 3 hits from each of those Tengu beast charges.
Yeah.
That wind breath just doing a huge amount of damage.
That's spicy. That's a little too spicy. And you gotta eat more of it. Oh no!
Oh,
tonight!
Oh, this wind rat.
He made sure. I love that. I love that he waited to pop this life for it. He had to make sure. Oh
my god. I think that was more than 3 hits on that final beast charge. I think that was actually I feel like that was more than 3 hits. Right? Isn't it?
Des, we're gonna send some flowers to your loved ones for you on your behalf, bro.
Wow. All right. So, wow.
We got you, bro. Don't worry. Excellent game, though. That was really nice, dude. Desmond played his heart out, man. He played really well.
Yeah. Wow. All right. That was not quite the ending I was expecting. I didn't think that that Tengu Beast could actually could take Desmond down, especially at that HP threshold. So I feel that was definitely more than 3 hits.
Yeah, I think at the second game, HonorNite just drew such a good sequence of chips, and he played it so flawlessly. It's really hard to play against a hand that good. He dusted away his meteor knuckle. That's how you know he was in a spot, bro. Like, come on. that was really good.
Yeah, and that's one of the risks you take with playing the standard Gregor cast of the air shoes, right? Is if you're up against uninstall, those air shoes can go away. And with Chunk Gregor, with what Symes was running, the flip side is that you are less vulnerable to uninstall being as big an issue, taking away something you traded a lot of HP for. But yeah, that was a great set between those two players. And before we go into setups for the next set of the day, it looks like we did receive a donation. And it was from Zay, who said, "Therapy going well, N1 forever," and donated $10. So thank you, Zay, for that donation. And it's great to hear that the therapy is going well.
Amazing.
And yeah, hoping for a quick recovery.
Absolutely.
And with that, let's go into the setups for the next set of the day, which I believe is Weenie versus Alrysc.
Two great upcoming players right now, WeenieWhistle and Alrysc, just capturing my heart as the tournament series has been going on. for so long. These two players are so good, and they're just genuinely nice people. So I'm actually really happy to see this match.
Yeah, WeenieWhistle played this Blood Moon just, at the top of their form, I think. Just some really great play from WeenieWhistle. And Alrysc, as usual, the setup is, I'll say it, the setup is like unconventional. It's definitely, sensor slide in Gregar. You don't see that every day, but hey, they're also definitely playing really well. So I'm gonna be honest with you, Alrysc's play is pretty crazy, all things considered. And like, my initial impression of the setups was kind of like, this is more of a for fun folder, right? You've got 2 mag coils in there. You've got this weird sensor slide in Gregar. Like, that's not like you're trying to be the most competitive with it, right? This is kind of like a for fun folder. But Alrysc really, just going like, don't disrespect me. I'm gonna get you with this. And it's not even the sensor slide setups actually like being executed and really taking the opponents down. Just Alrysc's like all around play, really carving out a space for themselves here. So this is a Gregar versus Gregar mirror matchup. Their setups are a bit different here, but yeah, it is the same version, and they both are running Kernel Force, so we're going to see that in play, and we're going to see who gets the upper hand with the Kernel Force coming out. And what do you think about the setup, Soul?
I definitely gotta say, I like the J-code setup that Alrysc has here, but I am heavily leaning towards WeenieWhistle's build here, with a slight caveat as per usual, and I do think he went to utility on the mega choices, I believe. I feel like you could have slotted in Groundman SP, Aquaman SP, B Brothers, T Brothers, anything for you to just get those SP damages in, because B code alone, it does a lot of damage, but that SP Navi support does shape it up really well. And I feel like that might come up in this game. Otherwise, I do gotta say I love the selection of chips here. We have Risky Honey 2 and High Boomer. For the mirror match specifically, especially because of Electfrost being such a amazing cross to go into for damage, and especially since Alrysc has these these elect pulses. I keep calling it judgment pulse for some reason. These elect pulses in the deck as well. So Alrysc is gonna want to be in Electfrost to get some of that extra value out of those ships. And that's a perfect time to catch them slipping with a High Boomer or even a Risky Honey.
Yeah, definitely very interesting. Both players here wanting to favor ElectCross with their chips, but also having the answers to ElectCross in there as well. So both of them are going to have to watch out for each other. WeenieWhistle is not going to want to get clipped by either of those boomers waiting in Alrysc's hand, or even the Lance, which is even more unpredictable and a great chip choice in my opinion. It being star-coded as well, it can just come up at any time. And ElectCross tends to want to hug the back, so that Lance can definitely catch you.
I definitely think there's huge potential with that Lance too, especially with that Justice 1 and maybe a Windrak or Elect Pulse combo. We can see a crazy string come up in this match, and I'm hoping to see it.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think with that, we can head into the match.
Get it.
Actually, before we go into it, I do want to mention the gauge matchup here. It is going to probably be fought in slow gauge, just because WeenieWhistle has double slow gauge, and Alrysc doesn't have any gauges, so it's just going to be up to WeenieWhistle to decide when to drop the slow gauge here. And I think other than that, what's pretty interesting is that even though ElectCross is going to be incentivized, both of them have setups that will benefit from it. The Bubble Star Elect Dragon combos, that's going to add 100 damage to each Bubble Star Elect Dragon combo, and also push up Elect Dragon to the point that it will destroy Life Aura with that connection. And then Alrysc obviously has those pulses and sensors, both of which benefit from ElectCross. So pretty interesting the way that's incentivized here, but at the same time, they both have all of these different answers to each other's crosses. WeenieWhistle a bit more with that Tengu Man.
All right, but without further ado, let's go ahead.
Actually, one final thing here is the anti-navi. Yeah, so Alrysc is running anti-navi as well, which can be both a detriment as well as an advantage for them. So there's nothing really big to steal from WeenieWhistle here, while the anti-navi, you can potentially take away your own time freeze chips. So we're not sure if we're going to see that in play.
You know, okay. Now that you say that, it makes me realize something.
Yeah, what is it?
Alrysc is only playing 3 megas in this folder, right?
Yeah, I
like,
don't
okay.
see the 3.
I don't know if that's a good thing, right? Like, okay, WeenieWhistle has 5, but only having 3. But WeenieWhistle only has stars, so it's not really like he's getting damage out of it. It's only there for utility basis. Like, how do you feel about 3 mega chips versus 5 mega chips, or about having all-star coded chips in the first place? How do you? What's your general take on that?
I think for this matchup specifically, it's kind of they're kind of cancel each other out, right? Because in terms of total damage, it's gonna even out. The chips that the Alrysc is gonna have instead of those mega chips are probably gonna roughly equal the amount of damage WeenieWhistle will put out with their mega chips, because they didn't run any SP coded chips. So it's really gonna. It's kind of just like you're trading off some of your mega chips for maybe a bit more utility, a bit more defense, a bit more damage, right? But I guess the advantage there of the star-coded SP Navi chips, or star-coded Navi chips, is the fact that you can use them in combination with anything, so it adds a little bit more fluidity, whereas you're not guaranteed to get that extra fluidity off of the chips you're trading away when you choose to run 3 mega chips instead of 5. But yeah, I think with that, we can head into the next match.
All right, let's go.
And that is going to be WeenieWhistle versus Alrysc, so let's go.
All right, here we are. Turn 1. Ooh, okay. Starting off with a really powerful combo in that Bubble Star with Electros. If you throw out a Bubble Star at the perfect positioning, maybe about 2 squares or 3 squares away from your opponent, you should be able to get a confirmed charge shot after the bubble lands, if it lands, of course. There you go. It's going to go ahead and come down here. Okay, so we're seeing the exact same turn in reverse.
Oh no, this will confirm the bubble combo here for WeenieWhistle.
He has to step back a frame. No, he's not going to get confirmed here. Correct. If he stepped back once, he would have gotten that confirmed before throwing that Bubble Star.
Yeah, that's true. The timing window between an SoulXCross charge shot and the Bubble Star bubble is actually a difference just between like stepping back a panel, because if you point blank bubble someone, they will be able to mash out of it before you finish charging the charge shot. So you actually want to throw the charge. You want to throw the bubble from as far away as possible while still being able to connect it, so that you have more time to get out that charge shot.
Yeah, it's all because of the end lag of the chip. Ooh, Judgment coming out here. Not going to be able to respond. He could have, but throwing away Blastman here is definitely not worth.
Yeah, the 240 from... Oh! Okay, that was huge. Meg Coil right into the boomer there. WeenieWhistle has lost their Electros. Alrysc still sitting pretty with theirs, and both players with trap up now.
Definitely a wake-up call. A pop-off if I've never seen one. My man said, yo, hold on, watch this.
Yeah, that was
so good.
That was so interesting, because usually you see, when you see mag coil in a sensor slide setup, you're thinking, okay, it's going to be used to drag the person into the sensor slide, right? But Alrysc is just using it to reposition WeenieWhistle and confirm that boomer. So pretty interesting plays right there.
Oh, gets a connection with the charge shot safely because of that delayed anti-damage there, of course. Not going to step back here. Really smart from Alrysc. That would run the risk of getting a charge tackle on grass, and definitely don't want to play that game. Better to make your opponent waste a resource like Windwreck or something like that to get rid of your aura instead of just, dealing with it with a charge shot. That's not best case scenario.
Yeah, and WeenieWhistle here does look like they're going to queue up this Windwreck first. So this life aura should go away as long as WeenieWhistle doesn't end up getting 3-framed or anything else happening here.
You spoke it into existence. It's going to happen now.
I think it's pretty safe. I can't see what Alrysc would have to interrupt this. Okay, there are a couple of things, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think WeenieWhistle will get this off. Oh, that was okay. That was a potential thing for a 3-frame.
Okay, what's the setup? Oh, hold on. What's the plan? Oh, wait, why was he flashing? I don't know what made him flash. Dang, I missed it.
Oh yeah, that was the grab revenge there. So because of the grab revenge, there was the delay, and that was actually. Oh, that was. Yeah, okay, that was tragic for Alrysc right there.
This is 100% lethal. Did you see that hit?
Yeah, that's definitely tragic for Alrysc.
Okay, so the beast out could kind of mess with the beast a little bit. Oh, he just went for it.
Oh, just false. Oh no, it connects.
Wow.
Even blind, WeenieWhistle just went for that Super Vulcan, and Alrysc ended up being in the line of fire.
I can't believe he fired that off, nailed it while being blind. See, okay, so the reason why that's amazing, since people probably don't know right off the hand, when you're blinded, you don't get the beast jump as a beast out or beast cross, right? So it's entirely lucky that he got that. Oh, the conversion with the getting some value. Oh my, Alrysc, so good.
Ooh, unfortunately, WeenieWhistle not able to pull off either a charge shot or the erase man at the end there. But yeah, Alrysc getting some value there with the mag coil into the sensor. Unfortunately, did lose their Eli cross to that risky honey too right off the bat. So WeenieWhistle got a bit of a lead here in terms of the cross game. This grab revenge is going to send Alrysc back here.
The volcano panel, it exposed it. Destroyed the killer eye. That was unfortunate.
Ooh, and WeenieWhistle being like, no, I'm not going to let you get my, I'm not going to let you take my Eli cross off. Throwing away an area grab.
Yeah, Alrysc thought that and decided, you know what, I'll just eat your area instead. That's fine too. Gage can't end any quicker. Oh, just barely got a clip there at the very end.
It looks like WeenieWhistle is going to lean back into some defensive play here. Gotta burn through some of these chips and make way for potentially their attack plus 30 or their other chips to combo.
Another bad
no.
oil. Oh! Jumped the gun just a little there. Oh, unfortunate.
Oh! Just this
He
one.
got the combo.
The
of
Lance
dream.
isn't just one.
Oh my gosh, the dream! The full sequence. What a mad lad. Oh, but this is even scarier. Oh, he's doing it. Oh, no plus 30? Drop the grab. Drop the grab. Do it. Drop the grab. Listen, hey.
Yeah, you don't
Hey.
need to grab for this.
Drop the grab. Just do it. You'll thank me later. That's 800. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm trying to see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There it is. Yo, WeenieWhistle, listening to my voice from the future.
Oh,
no. Oh.
Okay, just hold
Okay,
on
no.
to it. Oh, wow!
He's not taking the hit. It's fine. Yo, that would have killed. He was dead. Yo, that would have killed. Okay, beast charging here? Change cross? Yeah, there it is. Yep, you gotta do it. I would throw the boomer first so he has something to think about. And then start charging. No chain shot? Oh, this is interesting. Holy
Oh, no.
How did he dodge that? Wow. The end of turn tech going for the beast charge to lock your opponent down. There's nothing you can do now except fate. But what's your follow-up? How do you do 700 damage? Yo, what are you doing, Alrysc? You can't cross-cancel this? You can hope to mash Q Force. I don't even think you can wind rack. Yeah, okay, so the way this works, at the end of the turn, you go for the beast charge on beast charge cross, and then it will immobilize the opponent. But once you cross, the immobilization stays. Oh, he follows up with a Life Aura. Erased, man!
Ooh.
He has something. What is it? What do you got? Tell me, boy. Tell me, boy. Area grab. Okay. That will stunt the damage, but it's not going to be enough to save you. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that was some setup.
Dang, and WeenieWhistle does take it 2-0 right there. But well played to Alrysc and WeenieWhistle both. Very close at the end there. Unfortunately, that Kernel Force, WeenieWhistle just protected themselves from it. And it was so close to being a situation where if WeenieWhistle got caught at the top, on the top row there, that defense would not have helped. And unfortunately, Alrysc didn't have some of the tools that might have been able to really prevent that kernel force at the end, or just reduce the damage there, or just to protect against it. And that means that WeenieWhistle does progress through the bracket. And unfortunately, Alrysc, thank you for playing, but now you have joined me in the abyss. So
Welcome to the Shadow Realm. Wait, can we get copyright strike for that? Please don't sue us for that.
yeah, oh, we didn't say anything. Anyways, I'm not sure if we are moving on into the next set quite right away.
I
Hello,
think we're
I'm
gonna
here
wait
to talk
after.
about bracket.
Oh, mm,
Sorry about that, but it's bracket time.
Wow, playerzero, you sound really different today.
Yeah, it must be the weather or something.
Oh yeah, that pesky UK weather.
Yup, that's me, playerzero. Okay, so we're going into the Win Harder brackets semifinals now with HonorNite versus WeenieWhistle. They both came from the winner's side of the bracket, and now they're gonna win harder. Who are you guys rooting for? Personally,
for the air.
I'm rooting for the both of them.
Wow, okay, that's a bit of a cop out. you put this difficult question on us, force us to make a choice, and you're like, oh, here's the third answer.
All right, well, moving on to HonorNite versus WeenieWhistle.
I can't believe playerzero was trying to bait you into revealing your bias, Soul.
Right?
I can't
believe that. What a shady person.
I am so disappointed in playerzero.
Wow. So, but can you? Someone that lucky, gambling all the time, has to be scum. Has to be.
But yeah, all right. We have seen the struggles of these two players coming from the Win Harder bracket after being knocked down from the winners bracket. And now we will see another opposing versions matchup here. HonorNite versus WeenieWhistle. So what do you think about this matchup here?
I think HonorNite is extremely hungry, and a hungry HonorNite is a scary HonorNite. But WeenieWhistle, fresh off the heels of a victory, that kind of momentum can't be beat. It's tough to call.
Yeah, definitely tough to call here. I think one of the things we might see is going to be the fact that WeenieWhistle doesn't really have those fire options for a Gregar versus Balzar matchup. You've got the Element Man, right? You can always go for Element Man Fire, but then you're missing one of the options to deal with Sanctuary. You could very easily go into overtime there, go into a damage judge situation, which you might lose. And you've got the Blast Man Star, right? So we're seeing that Blast Man Star, and that might be a great option against Tomahawk, but it's not going to be a huge hit, right? Blast Man SP, that would be a real threat. That would be a 500 damage threat to Tomahawk SP or Tomahawk Man. But just Blast Man Star, that's 240. That's not a huge deal. So the Balzar player might just go, all right, I'll take the Blast Man Star, I'll take the Element Man Fire. The Tomahawk crosses a status guard. That value might be way more than that. Stopping those Bubble Star Electragging combos. So I think that Tomahawk Cross going to be one of the very important crosses in this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with those wood dragons in the folder, you're gonna get hit by ×2 for that. And if I catch you lagging on a grass panel, I'm gonna hit you with that heat dragon too. I got it for days, man. HonorNite is looking really good, and he knows his tools. He knows his folder so well, and he's got the cuss to work with as well. This is gonna be a tough one for WeenieWhistle.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think anything can happen in this matchup because you've got that Super Vulcan you can boost up the attack plus 30 in White Capsule. You've got that Kernel Force. The attack plus 30 can go onto that, get even more damage out of it depending on your area. So a lot of damage, as always, coming out from the Gregar, this 1500 HP Gregar setup. But HonorNite does have the answer as well to those air shoes, and we saw what happened to Desmond earlier, just getting vaporized by Tengu breaths. Honestly, just terrifying. And the uninstall, once it lands, it just means you're even more vulnerable to those Tengu breath setups. And it's going to be pretty difficult here. So I think it's going to hinge on number one, the Tomahawk cross, whether or not that gets protected and whether or not that comes out early enough to stop these bubble star combos. And then number two, the uninstall. If the uninstall lands, I think HonorNite has a lot of freedom to just go to town and really abuse the lack of the air shoes being stripped away, the super armor being stripped away. And I think for WeenieWhistle, it's going to be really important to just hope for those great Kernel Force and Super Vulcan draws, and just how you use that Element Man, how you use that Blast Man, and just hoping you don't get blocked by defense there, because you really need to strip that Tomahawk cross when it comes out with the way your setup works.
And I think we are very well geared for this match. We have the info. It's time to see it happen in the test results screen. Cue the matchup.
Yeah, and this again is HonorNite versus WeenieWhistle. So let's go.
All right, man. So far, this end looks amazing. I couldn't even complain about it myself. You get to set up the fast gauge. You start off with a decent Navi. Yeah, it's looking pretty good to be HonorNite right now.
Ooh, and this might be a... Was that 2 invis locked in? This might be a ×2 Element Man SP play. Because WeenieWhistle does have Rush, but no beat. So this does leave them vulnerable to a ×2 play right off the bat.
That's one thing you really have to be careful of, Rush, and it is actually a very powerful tool your opponent can and will use against you if they know about it. Popping on that invis to trigger Rush, let that time freeze play out. As soon as you come back with that Angie, oh, the dodge on, oh no, losing out all that damage so quickly.
Yeah, some smooth movement from HonorNite there, avoiding the bubble star combo. Although it wouldn't have resulted in the bubble anyways, due to those ice panels.
Oh boy!
Oh!
No! Oh no! You could have mashed out for the fire! No!
But yeah, definitely losing a lot of damage there. But actually, WeenieWhistle is now stuck on what is effectively full ice in terms of movement, right?
Yeah, that is true. So there is a benefit to that.
WeenieWhistle can't center themselves anymore. They're gonna have to switch it up.
Speaking of switch ups, we see HonorNite immediately clicking that Tomahawk button. Gonna go ahead and throw down this. Oh, but Alrysc makes the right read. Can't center yourself though, so how do you play around it? Oh, the Boomer's gonna come out here, not do anything. Unfortunately,
WeenieWhistle does protect themselves there with that invis for the rest of this round, but again, yeah, not able to center themselves. We did see them center themselves at the very start of this turn with some nice tech crossing right as they stepped down onto that panel, so it actually it stopped them from sliding for that one start of the turn.
You could cross here and keep this movement, or keep this area, or positioning rather. You can keep this positioning, but opts not to go for that. I think that's smart because you're going to be wasting a tool for no reason. The life aura, if this connects, will be deleted, and there it is. I would have threw out that Heat Dragon. You know, might as well deal with the anti-damage right away, trade off that damage, get rid of the threat, and keep the ability to move for the next turn. Oh, you know what? I never realized that Mega Man holds his hand together while he swings that axe. He needs both hands to swing the axe. Wow.
Yeah,
what a
I mean,
frame
that's
to
just like I think that's just like Tomahawk Man.
Yeah, I didn't. He does that too.
I think Tomahawk Man also does that to get that overhand swing and just wreck the panels.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh, not able to connect with that, but the Ground SP does land. And I'm not sure install was on that Heat Dragon. That would explain why they really want that one to connect.
Yeah, there was an uninstall on the Heat Dragon. That is exactly why he went and kept that hand. But honestly, at that point, you've already lost that opportunity. You kind of can't sit around and let that anti-damage kind of just sit there, you know? It's a tough call. But you do always end up wasting time if your opponent plays around whatever you do for the next turn. It's a hard call.
And it looks like HonorNite will be going into SoulXCross here, trying to get the D-Cross. Very, very well played here from HonorNite, just sitting it out. Light a Tengu Man, get that one hit. The Blast Man does not connect here. And HonorNite looks like they are putting up that barrier 200 now.
I like this option. Oh! Why are you flexing, homie? What are you doing?
WeenieWhistle opened their mouth up there.
It's like a boss sequence when they open their mouth. I have to hit them now.
Yeah, exactly. You got the mouth full of water.
There you go. I did damage to the boss. Yikes.
Yeah, that was some King Dodongo right there. Except that's water instead of a bomb.
My man sounded like Snake out there. There. Click. I do like the Sanctuary play into area grab here. There isn't a really much better time to go ahead and play it. You do have Tengu as an option. You could actually roll lock here. That would also help deny Sanctuary, Kernel Force coming from your opponent. But he opts not to go for it. Okay. I'm starting to think it is Kernel Force in hand. Area grab will allow the turn to end.
Yeah, and with those broken panels, HonorNite was kind of camping the top, knowing that if it was Kernel Force, WeenieWhistle had no way of using it with all of the broken panels out there.
HonorNite trying to channel his inner PZ, locks and loads those area grabs into Meteor Knuckles. Oh man, we about to start knocking. That's true. That's true. playerzero in Twitch chat is actually disagreeing with me, saying there's no Neo variable. That's nothing to do with me. It's true.
Oh,
It's just a regular Meteor Knuckle. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, he's beating him into that position.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, but this means that WeenieWhistle is going to be locked in here.
Nope.
In this position, they lost their Judge Man in that time freeze exchange, so they are not getting these panels back anytime soon.
There's no uninstall in play though, right? He should still have air shoes.
Yeah, but this is the perfect area for a Tengu Breath setup. So if HonorNite pierces this Invis with this Erase Man, and HonorNite just has to step forward and pop that Erase Man, and that is going to be very difficult for WeenieWhistle to deal with. Ooh, there's the Life Aura, and it goes to slow gauge here.
Nice.
There it is.
There it
that
is.
movement. And it will time out and connect with WeenieWhistle, so HonorNite not going to take this risk. And here come the Tengu charges. Here comes the damage.
Big damage. No, that's not going to help you. Your best case situation would have been to take the damage from that frontmost center column, so you only get the 2 hits and play the mind game in that way. Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, so I mean, WeenieWhistle, they played that well. They defended themselves from that that corner meteor knuckle, but they had to throw away the Judge Man to do it, and that gave HonorNite that perfect opportunity to do the Tengu breaths and just lock WeenieWhistle down.
Great recognition from HonorNite there too, just adapting to that situation on the fly so quickly, realizing that this is the great setup, this is what I wanted in the first place. I can still do a ton of damage and just clean out the rest of this round. Oh, and the next turn you're just gonna make the right call too? Oh well, it's obvious, right? Your opponent wants to use those pulses. Oh yeah, that was pulses. I meant bubbles, and there it is.
Oh no! So HonorNite popped the Wood Dragon before WeenieWhistle was back on the field from the anti-damage, and that meant the Wood Dragon did not have proper targeting, so it just fired off right in front of HonorNite instead.
Oh, this is bad because Element Man SP is on deck and you are locked in. So I think maybe lead area grab and try to bait out a response, make them waste resources to deny Element Man SP. Oh, do you really lead it though? Ah, jeez, I never do it.
So the risk if you lead with the area grab is that your opponent might be able to get out of that. Yeah, and here it comes anyways, the cross change.
Okay. Trying to get in range for the ice. But man, I love that WeenieWhistle recognized there was something coming and decided to camp the centermost row there. Really smart.
Yeah, HonorNite really playing with fire there. Taking a ×2 hit and a decross there would have been pretty rough, but WeenieWhistle not able to make it connect quite yet. Oh!
Oh no! You did so good! Oh, okay. You scared me.
Very nice, getting the ice as well. So now WeenieWhistle's gonna have a little bit more trouble lining up with these. Okay, well it didn't matter in the area grab. Or
it definitely
no,
didn't matter.
There it is. All right. Of course, WeenieWhistle can release from 3 panels away, and that will still connect. So it's not necessary to step up front, but it does mean that HonorNite will be able to get their area back more easily. And speaking of which, there's always this right grab revenge, which HonorNite is eyeing now. Thinking about a pretty solid turn, just grab revenge straight into the full cast.
And there's the Meteor Knuckles. Definitely not going to go for it right now. But maybe bring Groundman SP, trying to predict in on that possible slash scenario. I can see it coming. I feel like it's coming. But bringing the fast gauge to check is even better. Oh, you see, I made the wrong choice.
New defensive turn for both players here.
Very nice. Trying to do some damage to that barrier. Oh, good read on the movement there.
Ooh, and this will take care of the barrier 200, but there is still an anti-damage in play.
Going for Groundman here now, regardless of a cross change or anything like that, is probably preferable in my opinion, because it'll deal very much well with that Sanctuary that's in play. But also you get the Meteor Knuckles for the possible slash play. I kind of think that's a little bit more value than going for... Well, I guess Groundman is a bit better here too, but the area just doesn't favor Meteor Knuckles right now, so I think going for Groundman's a bit better.
So it is a bit risky because WeenieWhistle is in the corner though. Those Meteor Knuckles are looking very juicy. So HonorNite does go for the Meteor Knuckles, and we'll see if they can squeeze it out. Oh!
Yeah, this is tough to look at.
Yep, there it is, straight into it.
You see this?
Only
Do you see
three.
this? Only three
Knuckles.
Where's Feezy? Where's PC? How does he do it? I swear, how does he do it, dude?
I'm not sure what the average is for corners. I think 4 maybe. So that was definitely only 3. So that was below average, I think.
Yeah, that has to be
So
exactly 4 in corner. Okay.
Yeah, not the greatest trade there, unfortunately. Not the greatest luck.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, both players going Super Saiyan.
Yeah, simultaneous beast out here.
Oh!
Oh, that is tragic for.
Yo, hold on. Okay. Timer right. All right, there you go.
Well, not
know
able
what?
to get that wind rack to knock off the erase beast and get that ×2 damage though. Not enough time for that. And maybe HonorNite was thinking, do I even want to land this Magnum or do I want to get the D-Cross, right? Maybe that was what going through HonorNite's head at that moment.
That's true.
Isn't it even worth?
It seemed like worth, like, to me at least, get rid of the anti-damage, but he lost out. Well, it was really the Sanctuary, right? The 2 Sanctuary panels are too much. You can't have that. I'm sorry. You gotta get rid of it. And do a little damage and get rid of anti-damage at the same time. It's too valuable to hit than not to hit. Just for a wind rack? That wasn't gonna do anything?
I mean, the wind rack would be ×2. The wind rack would actually do way more damage than the Magnum at that point. The ×2 damage and the D-Cross on the erase beast. So
There was an anti-damage in play, though. Or a trap, at least.
Oh, was that an anti-damage?
Yeah,
I didn't see the trap there.
Yeah.
HonorNite does say that it. Oh, okay. HonorNite didn't say anything. WeenieWhistle closes it out with Super Vulcan. HonorNite has been silenced. All right.
You were saying?
But yeah, HonorNite was saying in Twitch chat that Magnum times out in that position with +2 area. So they were just waiting for it to time out, not going to gamble on it, knowing that it times out on the back row there and would land and destroy all of those holy panels.
Oh my gosh, this hand is disgusting, dude. 3 grabs with a Tengu. Good luck. I hope he didn't bring a slow gauge turn 1. You did, didn't you? You did it. Use it. Oh my god. No. You did do it, didn't you? Oh no. No, not like this. No. There's still half of a turn left. No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, and it was a
You're
1 for a turn 2. Oh,
You're here now. Yep. All that. I'm not pressing the button. You gotta press it. I'm just gonna chill here till you press that button. I'm chilling. I'll wait. Don't worry.
Yeah, HonorNite gonna get this brutal revenge on WeenieWhistle for that Super Vulcan ending on that last
It was
game.
filthy. It was filthy what Weenie did. I understand. I completely understand. You smacked me, you backhanded me first of all, and then you shot me 10 times. Like, no, immediate ruthlessness. Oh, and the D-Cross. Oh my gosh.
200 damage and a D-Cross.
No. You can't escape. Oh, okay. Luckily you had that. This was all pain. Oh, he's escaping! So rude! That's so rude!
This is brutal. And HonorNite is holding all the chips here. They could just say, I don't want a fast gauge. I'm gonna go into Beast and do some Beast charges on you now. Right? HonorNite could easily just do that, or it could just sit in Tengu Cross. Doesn't even have to go into Beast with this area lock. All of the options are on the table for HonorNite, and I'm not sure if WeenieWhistle can get out of this corner. Oh, there's the wind rack. But there's the area lock again.
Oh man. No, there's nothing stopping it. It's over. It's all over now. No, GG.
Yeah, and not even going to give WeenieWhistle the opportunity for some time freeze defense there. Just going to end it with that Tengu wreck into the P shot.
That was rough.
Wow. All right.
That wasn't a flawless victory. He definitely took some licks. Not flawless, but
Yeah, that was well, just a brutal final game there, but well played to HonorNite and WeenieWhistle there. WeenieWhistle definitely fighting back and getting that Super Vulcan finish in that second match.
great game to both players.
Yeah, some amazing footwork from both players as well, avoiding some of those offensive chips, especially HonorNite on one of those dodges. It was so clean the way HonorNite moved up and took 2 hits from the bubble star, freeing themselves from the bubble star. And you could say that wasn't necessarily intentional, but managing to get that and then dodging the Elect Dragon as it came out, that was a huge turn for HonorNite. But yeah, well played again to both HonorNite and WeenieWhistle. And with that, I think playerzero is stepping in to talk about the bracket. It looks like there's a bit of a delay here, a short delay. playerzero might be stuck in the tubes. Actually, it's my bad. It is Salad talking about the bracket, but I think Salad will be doing their playerzero impression.
Yeah, I think so. That makes sense.
All right, and so now we're looking at how the bracket looks. So we've seen the win harder bracket, and we've seen how hard people were winning. So these have been really great matches so far, and a lot basically going on. And now we have the win harder bracket finals match. So the winner between HonorNite vs Symes will take us into the grand finals, which will basically be the final match for the stream. So stay tuned and let's find out what ends up happening.
All right, so that did conclude HonorNite versus WeenieWhistle. And so now we have Symes. And so now we have Symes versus HonorNite coming up.
All right. Now this is a match. This is a match that has so much writing on it for this tournament. The loser, both players came so far to this loser final, this moment right here. They had to fight so many people, but losing now means you're out. You're third place. You're not even second. This is a third place bout right now. You don't want to lose this. And with that pressure in mind, we're going to see some insane play.
Yeah, and it is going to be another Gregar versus Falzar matchup here. Symes with the Chonk Gregar. It's been a hot minute since we've seen it in action. The rest of the Gregars in Top Cut were the 1500 HP airshoe setup or something different. So Symes here representing a 2200 HP Gregar setup. And then HonorNite on the opposite end of their Falzar setup, the standard Falzar 1400 HP setup with off the PvP Navicus programs, Russian Beat, just missing Tango, which most people will skip out on. But this is going to be a very interesting matchup because HonorNite, by all means, has the tools to deal with this setup from Symes. You've got the G-code uninstall. You've got Groundman SP Meteor Knuckle that checks the /cross, right? You've got Wood Dragons that's gonna put a hold to any ELEC plays, and then Element Man SP, extremely flexible as well from both players here. So it's going to be a bit of an interesting matchup. I think it's just going to come down to the mind games between the two, because HonorNite has 2 fast gauges, Symes has 2 slow gauges. If in the gauge matchup, it's going to be evenly matched. So we'll see who's more comfortable in normal gauge. We'll see how these gauges come into play here and what they end up doing for each player.
Now, the thing about the gauge war in this situation is I don't think Symes likes being a fast gauge at all, because his build really leans in on getting those charge shots. So reducing them to like maybe 1 or 2 per turn is going to be huge. And that doesn't even factor in the fact that HonorNite can dodge them. Those 2 charge shots, he can probably just not get hit at all, which would basically mean Symes accomplishes nothing in a turn, right? Now, that being said, there are some situations I think Symes won't mind it, like being able to escape a turn after using SP or EX into SP Navi, or even being able to do something cheeky like freezing with Element Man into a Lex Sword, anything cheeky like that. Like, he can do something with that fast gauge and cheat out into the next turn, but Symes really wants that slow gauge.
Yeah, and what that means is that we probably won't see Symes pop that first slow gauge, which means it's going to be sitting dead in Symes' hand for a bit. Because once Symes pops slow gauge, HonorNite will pop fast gauge, Symes will pop slow gauge again, HonorNite pops their final fast gauge, and then the rest of the match will be played in fast gauge. And that becomes a bit of a risk to Symes in terms of the match potentially going into damage judge. And if HonorNite plays well with their defense and kind of just manages to squeeze into damage judge like that, it's going to be a bit of a toss-up, and Symes might be losing out. But yeah, the matchup definitely very interesting. Both players have the tools to put each other in the grave, so it's going to be very interesting seeing how they avoid these combos from each other, how they avoid these setups. How do they protect their area against each other? Because we've seen HonorNite with that brutal Tengu setup, right? The Tengu lock. Very clean play, locking their opponent down, especially under their opponent's own slow gauge. So there's also that risk, right? Symes is also going to have to be wary of kind of shooting themselves in the foot with their own slow gauge. It's always a possibility. And likewise, HonorNite's own fast gauge might be a detriment for 1 or 2 turns as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how these players match up with each other. And Symes and HonorNite, both also top contenders. Not surprised at all to see them make it to the top 3 like this. And the only remaining question now is who is going to progress upwards and face playerzero in the grand finals. And with that, I think we can step into the match.
Right, looks like we're set. Okay, turn
All
1.
right.
Both players took so long to lock in their choices here. Definitely just thinking so hard about what's about to go down in this match. HonorNite definitely maintaining the speedrun record for fastest custom menus. HonorNite just knows what's going on. I love it. Ooh,
And
nice.
we didn't mention it, but this huge HP gap between the 2 players. One of the more intimidating parts of facing up against Chunk Gregor, that 2200 HP start when you're a fragile little 1400 HP Falzar.
1400 HP is kind of the golden standard, but I feel like it implies a certain kind of build. You really want to have a lot of damage in your folder to circumvent that low HP, because one combo can just end your whole career, dude. Oh man, fast gauge, full custom to the dust dig is just so good. I love that HonorNite didn't even opt to go with that turn one either. Just immediately went for it the second turn, and it's just getting so much value out of it because now he knows that Erase is gone for the entirety of the match to be fourth. Oh, well, this round at least. HonorNite thinking really hard about what to dust away here. These sequences
they've already used their dust, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So this is what they're stuck with now, and they're gonna go for a bit of an area lock with this Magnum play. Ooh, the area grabs cancel each other out.
Magnum will be able to deal some damage. Better yet, trap the opponent. Even better. HonorNite gonna try and break down some of these panels to make sure he can buy some time to just stall out. Symes recognizes that and just stayed so patiently in his position. Wow. Kind of threw HonorNite for a loop there. Gonna just throw up his defenses and call it a turn.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do think HonorNite missed that Magnum. It should have been a front row connect, which would have stopped Symes from connecting with any of those charge shots and being able to threaten HonorNite at all there. And the other possibility would be to just do a horizontal Magnum and just do a row lock so your opponent can't move up and down. But Symes is vulnerable to all of that due to the Chunk Gregar setup having 2200 HP instead of the air shoes.
Using Magnum too is really tricky online because of that lag that just comes out sometimes. It's unfortunate. And it's expected, right? I say it time and time again. There are games that will experience online issues, like Smash Brothers, for instance. Well, not Melee, I guess, but there's going to be some latency in most cases for certain online games, and this is just one way we're dealing with it.
Oh, Symes gets this +1 area, but this initial charge shot I think is going to be interrupted by Erase Man. Ooh, and now Judge Man. Now Symes cannot step back here if they want to retain this area. Both players tossing one chip there. Symes, I believe, tossing an anti-damage, and HonorNite tossing away a fast gauge.
Ooh, losing out on a fast gauge is kind of big, but your opponent doesn't know that you lose it, right? So that kind of plays into it. Oh man, I think it hurts way more to lose that fast gauge in this battle than it did for Symes. But we'll see if that actually plays out in that way.
Ooh, and I think Symes decided they're just going to camp on this anti-damage. So this is their only chip this turn, left over from the last turn, and it pays off. It protects them from this this otherwise massive hit. Would have been half their HP, a little bit more than that actually. So very patient play from Symes there, but they still get clipped by this uninstall Wood Dragon. Now, Symes didn't have shoes to lose to begin with, but now their super armor's gone, and that could be an issue.
Man. Recover 300 this early is pretty good. Gonna go ahead and get some of that HP back. Windvac in hand, not too much value off of it, but we'll get down this area grab without contest. But oh, immediately responding with the grab revenge, gonna get this area back and Sanctuary and plus area of his own. HonorNite in a great situation here and the double area grab. This is not what Symes wants to see right now.
Yeah, not able to secure the full lock there, so Symes has that one panel forward to work with. And this will prevent something like a Tengu lock from appearing, a full Tengu lock, but Tomahawk still works here, and Symes is thinking about going into EliCross.
Going into EliCross is pretty good here, but your opponent has a lot of advantage in terms of area. So looking at the... Oh no, this is not what you wanted to do. Life Aura too? Yeah, you lost this cross. You lost this cross. Yeah, accept it. It's fine. Thankfully, Sanctuary is in play right now, so Symes is... Oh. So Symes is in a bad position right now.
Yeah, and I know you were about to say the opposite there. Yes, he's still in a decent position. Oh, and the worst part of this is, yeah, you've got that one holy panel up front left over, right? Because your opponent didn't take grass; they preserved their own holy panels, but you're uninstalled, so you can't access that.
Question mark? Exclamation point? Yeah, Symes is definitely taking this other recover 300. Gotta find a way to stall out this time. I would probably go for the wind rack first, then the area grab, just to be safe. But I'm not in top tables now, am I? So I don't know the hell I'm talking about. He goes for the wind rack, gets rid of that one, the life for, which is really good. Fast gauge into Meteor Knuckle.
Oh,
he doesn't do it.
So the problem here is HonorNite is obviously down to just a couple of chips, including a Meteor Knuckle in their hand. Oh, and very nice, they have egg. They have egg in their hand right now.
Well, you don't want no egg in your sandwich, bro?
Yeah, just an egg ending here. But yeah, HonorNite, they have to use this Meteor Knuckle. They gotta close this out somehow. And so a damage judge ending might happen, but Symes... It looks like they're going to bring their own slow gauge now.
I actually don't disagree with this positioning for HonorNite. He has things in the hand to combo with and do a lot of damage with. No reason to rush it. I'll wait for your TFC. Element, oh, what a pin!
No.
What a pin! Yo, you can't miss the fire, bro. Oh, that was so nice. Better yet, now Symes does get to keep his cross. If HonorNite wants to do damage, he has to go backwards and just camp in the back. There it is. Symes is stuck now, but Element Man gonna be able to get him an area to move on thanks to that ice. This is exactly why you play these chips. But furthermore, there's also another holy panel in hand, so Symes has multiple options to help move around and get his positioning back online. Amazing synergy in the folder that complements the cut so well.
If this goes to damage judge, HonorNite will win, but due to throwing away that fast gauge earlier, the odds of this going to a damage judge are a lot lower.
Wow.
Oh.
Symes is insane. Dodges the drill just as the panels return and still gets the times 2. The charge. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, but the charge shot hits out, but he dodges. He survives. Get the hell out of here. Yo, he survives. He survived! What? This is why you always bring your shirt! But how do you clean up the game? How do you get to the end?
Neither player has even used Beast out yet. Both players have just been working with all their crosses, and that means that HonorNite does not have access to Beast over. So both players going to go to Beast out here, but Symes has so many more resources left. And we're going to see how this concludes. Oh.
Dutchman. Oh. Ooh, okay. Okay. That was a tough game one. What a comeback. HonorNite showing signs of life in the very end. The glint in his eye twinkling, letting you know that he has not given up and he's here to throw hands.
Ah, man, if things had gone a little bit differently for HonorNite, if that had been a corner Meteor Knuckle, for example, gotten maybe a few more hits in there, it could have been a different game. But both players just using their resources so well. Symes managing to kind of play it super patiently, getting a lot of value out of that one chip there, especially with the anti-damage blocking the Groundman SP. Ooh, but this is an Ice Cube field start here. HonorNite does pull both of them in. Locks Symes here. Symes does not want to move, but that does mean they're just going to have their anti-damage knocked off very quickly.
And these are free cubes. These are free cubes. You gotta take one. Gotta take one. 200 damage off of a B button push. Must be nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of those was sacrificed just to pop the anti-damage, right? But
Yeah,
still a lot of free damage.
Yeah.
A lot of free damage there.
Imagine being dust. You can fix your hand and throw big rocks at people. Sounds good to me. Sign me up. Where's the sign-in sheet?
Yeah, but one of the great things about this game is the fact that, when you start to see a lot of dust-dependent setups, well, people might start adjusting their folders, and you're going to start seeing stuff like Eraseman SP being run, and you're going to see that 420 damage right off the bat, losing your Dust Cross. That is a little bit painful to take, so when things get too popular, everyone starts leaning on Dust Cross a little bit too much. You start seeing those cursor chips come out.
F code says hi.
Yeah, definitely not likely you'll keep your Dust Cross against F code. Yeah, double area grab here nullifies each other. This is going to be a defensive turn for both players.
Not a favorable one for Symes though. Will block the Eraseman. That is the best case scenario for Symes in this situation, because Tengu will deal with that life orb effective immediately. Frame one, gone. Oh, B, gotta feed the bird. Would love to get rid of some of this ice here that's kind of messing around, but I guess this is the best case scenario for Symes as well.
Yeah, and HonorNite just slides forward, lets the turn end there, just standing there, staring menacingly at Symes. And Symes probably just being like, well, you can't reach me, but this is kind of scary. HonorNite had one more area grab there. That would have been a pretty bad situation. Symes does draw these answers to the life aura right here. Couldn't be able to deal with this immediately. But Full Cust comes down, and HonorNite pulls them both back into Cust again.
HonorNite thinking really hard before he locks in. Area grab does come down though. And immediately moving forward. Invisible, really good movement here. Oh, gonna just dodge out. Oh, the Elixir into the hand. Oh, but he knew it. Yo. HonorNite's like, yo, hold on. Don't he got one of those, them swordy tips? I should probably watch out for that.
Yeah, and that Elixir does connect, but it connects with a fat barrier 200, so not able to get that D-Cross.
Only 70 HP on that barrier. A couple of P shots that get the procs will be able to take care of it. Make that 60. All right, there it is. Wow, good timing from HonorNite. Sneaking in and getting some charge shot value. Oh, but the Element SP will connect as well. Symes getting punished for being a little greedy on the turns there.
Yeah, but HonorNite probably regretting sliding back there. Maybe Symes would have popped that in a point blank range where HonorNite could get an ice connect, and that would have been a ×2 and a D-cross. Not likely though, seeing as how Symes is afraid of that Tengu rack.
Sanctuary will help him be a lot less afraid though, and the bug fix to boot will help get these Buster procs alive on these B pushes thanks to that Buster bug. Yeah, I think it's time to start firing those off. That is the new win condition, because Charge Tackle's not going to do enough for you in terms of damage.
Yeah, and Symes does want to knock off that anti-damage there, and so the Buster Jam procs might be able to do it for him, but not getting the luck.
Man in hand will grab back so much area and deal with the anti-damage in the same spell, as well as to follow up with the Kernel Force. Oh, HonorNite's really thinking about this. He knows that there's something coming, and cues up a Meteor Knuckle because that will definitely deal with the Kernel Force. He has to wait and time it right. He does have the anti-damage to buffer. No, he doesn't. It's gone. And the anti-damage is gonna... Oh, he actually dodges it. Thanks to the anti-damage. Alright, man, we'll confirm here. D-Cross is live. Win back for your troubles. 1, 2, 3. 3 hits only. Kernel Force comes out. But the Gun Force. But he's still alive. Survives such an amazing combo thanks to the lessened amount of time and freeze. Those holes on the bottom there protected him from the last 2 soldiers.
Yeah, definitely that Meteor Knuckle, we're seeing how Meteor Knuckle kind of counters Kernel Force in that sense. Breaking those panels on your opponent's side makes Kernel Force do a lot less damage. And now Symes is locked to this one panel, but we'll see if HonorNite has any way of capitalizing on it. Ooh, and this is Ground Cross coming out now. But Symes has to answer to it.
Oh, perfect timing, gets the D-Cross as well! No TFC coming out just yet, wanting to save this for a little while longer. Not sure what he's using it for. No camping forward, this allows Symes to go ahead and get more area. No end of turn or anti-damage either. But Symes definitely has ways to deal with this Sanctuary. Definitely the greatest thing about E-Code is having multiple element in the folder to deal with these exact situations. Best case scenario is to land the wood element as well as get that changed feel.
Symes packing off those Element Man. The Element Man EX and SP, I think, this turn. So yeah, these holy panels are not going to stay, and there might be a rapid follow-up for a massive amount of damage here. There it goes.
Turn, but at least you got rid of... Oh, but dodging the one dragon! Get tipped by the second one! Buster Gunning going to go ahead and do a lot more damage. Dodging the Heat Dragon as well, and going for the ×2! Not before. Getting hit by Groundman SP to lessen that deficit. 1 HP left. But there's anger. What do you have to follow with anger? Okay, hold on. Double Magnum is not going to be enough to deal a significant amount of damage. The only way out of this is...
Oh, if only the Wood Dragon had connected there. If there'd been a little bit more damage, basically, Symes would have to worry a lot about this coming turn. You know, like a ×2 Magnum into the Wind Rack, that might have been able to clean it up, but now HonorNite definitely on the back foot here. Symes only needs that one Buster shot to clean it up.
Beast over right now would be more than enough to seal up this game. But Symes does have the ability to just ride out the rest of the turn. But is it a mistake? Is it a mistake? The AI Beast Over actually is a mistake here. I don't think it's gonna use the slow gauge, but there's double fast gauge in hand. He goes for fast gauge. Will it use it? I don't think it's gonna use it. It's not gonna use it. The Magnum comes out. Oh, he wanted to trap. He wanted to trap there. More than anything, he wanted to trap.
But now we're seeing a brutal situation. HonorNite never used the beast out turns, and so HonorNite is not going to get the advantage of beast over.
The situation is dire. He has a confirmed wind rack. If he steps up, he can dodge a P-shot. Oh, he just had to wait out. The Invis is on. It's gone now. Oh, he had to just wait just a little bit longer. Wow, what an insane loser final.
Yeah, truly a truly amazing set between Symes and HonorNite there. Both players playing their heart out, but only one can proceed back into the grand finals here to face playerzero. And so Symes does take it.
Only the biggest shark can swim through those waters. And today it seemed like it was Symes moving on to the winner finals, grand finals of the entire thing.
Yeah, like just an amazing set once again, and well played to HonorNite. But now you can finally rest easy and join the rest of us losers here in the abyss. I welcome you.
Let me be the first one to stretch out my hand.
Okay, so we're going from the win harder bracket back to the grand finals, actually. So playerzero has been comfortably in winners this entire time, has never had to taste the bitter words the bitter words of the win harder bracket. No, so playerzero is on a winner's side, and he managed to avoid getting knocked down to the win harder bracket this entire time. So that means if Symes manages to win one set in the grand finals, there will be a bracket reset and they will have to fight it out one more time. But if playerzero wins from the winner's side, then that's it. He takes it. Yep, Symes was sitting in the win harder bracket and managed to take HonorNite out, just barely. So let's see if he can get the dream. We've actually never had a bracket reset in Blood Moon before. Diago managed to get a bracket reset in the last tournament we did with the Top Cut, which was Zayd's side deck shuffle. But yeah, we've never actually seen it in an official Blood Moon. Okay, so let's set up. And yeah, let's talk about final match, grand finals.
Okay, we have obviously seen both these setups before. playerzero and Symes here. playerzero with the pretty beefy 1800 HP Falzar setup. Got the Buster, the gambling Buster right there with the Buster Jam procs. The G code, you know, just a super solid code. The uninstall. You've got all these tools in there: Meteor Knuckle, Grandman SP. All the tools deal with /cross. All these tools for just locking down your opponent. But an interesting thing is that, you know, playerzero not running fast gauges like HonorNite was. So this is going to be up to Symes to decide when to drop that slow gauge, when to force this into more of a Buster-oriented matchup, and that can be. That can swing either way.
And what can I say? These folders, dude, have just been built so well, but it's not just the folder, right? I have to reward and I have to acknowledge the play from the players behind these folders, right? So for those of you who are at home taking notes, trying to copy down these setups so you can use them, take that with a grain of salt. Yes, it's probably cool to go ahead and use these strategies for your own, but there is so much play that went into these builds, right? So much experience that went into these builds. These builds were fine-tuned to their play styles, right? And look how far it got them. Look what it did for them.
Yeah, it's very interesting you say that, because when I see the Chonk Gregar setup with this type of loadout in the folder and everything, I think what comes to mind for me is actually not any of the players who currently play it, including Symes. Even though like Symes' setup, has been obviously fine-tuned over time. There's been experimentation. There's a lot going into it. This latest folder is in itself just another iteration on this classic setup. My mind actually goes all the way back to the first the first time I started playing Battle Network 6, and Salad got me into the game, and for the Gregar version, one of the saves was basically this type of setup loaded onto it, and I was just like, this is really weird. It doesn't have like that many offensive chips. It's got a huge amount of HP, and it's got the attack max. It's got the buster stats, and this was, geez, I don't even know how many years ago, like 10 years ago, longer than that. But yeah, just so when I think about the setup, I just think about like, sure, it's still being played today, and how many iterations has it gone through? How long has it been played? Like how many times has it been iterated on? Just how many different players have taken it and put their own twist on it? And that's true as well for this the Falzar setup on the other side. Even if you come up with these things like, oh well, I came up with it independently, I just kind of thought this through. It's not like no one's done it before, right? There's a long line of just like building on each other's folders, and then looking at each other's folders and being like, I don't like this, I'm gonna do this instead, or this is really strong right now, I'm gonna adapt to it, and just the meta changing over years and years and years. But like the roots have always been there for both these builds, and so it's really interesting to see them in these like highly developed forms, right?
Mm-hmm. I have to agree with you, man. Like even Symes' folders changed. He wasn't playing E code the last time I seen him play this build. He was playing B code. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely an attribute to the player and their knowledge of the game and their history of it. Symes not one to be stranger to the top tables of tournaments. playerzero as well. Even HonorNite's had some tops recently that's been really solid. Like it's just there's a lot that goes into play here, and it's not something that you can just willy-nilly pick up and just start doing well with it, right? You gotta grind for it.
Yeah, one of the things I really love about Battle Network is the fact that it is a hybrid game. It's not just a card game, right? You're not just throwing chips out at each other. It's like a hybrid fighting game, card game, and obviously the RPG, that's built into the single player, a lot more relevant there. Not as relevant for our purposes here in endgame PvP, but it is a hybrid game, and so it requires multiple skill sets, and it's always really interesting to me. Looking at new players come in, and the players who think, well, I'm just gonna copy this setup and see where it gets me, and then they find their ceiling pretty quick, and it's like there's a lack of experience there that just copying the top deck isn't going to get you that same level of proficiency, the same output. And so there's still that learning process they've got to go through. There's still all of the experience they have to catch up with, and there's so much to learn in the game. It's not just the deck building.
Granted, I think it's okay to test and try some of these builds out just to get a better understanding of it, but mind you, that's surface level. That's you diving into the game. That's you getting to understand things at a slower pace. It's not meant for you to think this is the best thing this can't be beat. This is what I'm going to play. That's not what we're looking for. You want to try it out, see why it works, see what it does, and see how that helps, right? Where was the mindset for this build? What were they doing? Why were they doing this? And then from that, you build something yourself.
Yeah, and what you build could be an iteration on one of the top builds currently out there, for sure. But unless you understand the process behind it, it's just not going to be played at the same level, right? And I think a lot of newer players run into that wall, and then some of them get discouraged, some of them persevere, and they know, or they came into it with the mindset that I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna take this build, I'm gonna learn what strengths are, I'm gonna learn all these things, and I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna build off of it. I'm gonna do something that works for me. And so,
that being said, I will chime in something else, and this was actually a direct quote from HonorNite. I'm gonna pull it up and say, yes, we do have a lot of insane players that have been here and they've grinded out, and yeah, they're good. But we have so many who are starting their journey now, who are starting up today, and they're grinding and they're learning, and it's good. Direct quote, so paraphrases. I know, I messed that up. But the point is, it's just, you can start playing today, you can grind it out, and you can learn. Just get involved, just play.
Yeah, quote unquote direct quote.
Listen, I realized the quote didn't play out well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's HonorNite sentiment, definitely. It's never too late to start, and I think a lot of the new players, even this Blood Moon now, have showed that. Alrysc and WeenieWhistle, both amazing players who are new to the scene, and they made it pretty far up there. They put up really good fights. They put up a really good show against even veteran players. I mean, WeenieWhistle was the one who knocked me into the win harder bracket. So, and props to him. He deserved that win. So, definitely never too late to start. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun doing the theory crafting. It's a lot of fun getting the practice in, getting these sets in, and just having interesting battles, having these exciting battles with each other. And looking at playerzero and Symes, looking at these two builds, you've got the top dog, the two top dogs, or the top bird and the top dog, really contending for first place of this Blood Moon. You've got the Gregor setup, the Chonk Gregor, 2200 HP setup. It's got all of these options, all of this power behind it. And you've got this the playerzer's, lucky, the gambler's build right here with the maximum Buster Jam procs. But it's got this classic lineup behind it, in the G code, in the Meteor Knuckle setup, and all these chips going on behind the scenes that kind of make it like, it feels classic. It feels like a pretty classic build, even though there's a lot more splash. There's some interesting choices going on. A neo variable as well. playerzero loves that. So you've got all of these touches, all these twists on these classic builds coming in with long history behind them, and now we get to see. And to me, it's all the sweeter that this is going to be a opposing version matchup of playerzero Spalzar versus Symes Gregor, and we're going to get to see who comes out on top.
It's time for the grand final set. Let's see the two histories clash.
All right. Again, these are two champions from previous big tournaments that are going to be fighting right now. playerzero sent Symes to the win harder bracket, and also playerzero is repping one of 4 Falzars and a top cut with 8 Gregors alongside it. So which version will come out on top? Let's find out. Wait, where are we? What's going on?
What's happening?
Hello, guys? Hello? Can you hear me?
Whoa, what's going on?
What's happening?
I'm panicking. What's happening?
Why am I here?
Wait,
What?
Why is player zero here? He's not supposed to be here today. Oh no.
Oh no.
Is my impression going out of control? Who am I?
I can't believe that you're Dark Mega Man is Player Zero.
Whoa.
I can't believe it.
It's been the same person this whole time. That's crazy.
Guys,
Wow.
we're supposed to be in the grand finals.
What's happening?
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I think we need to have some help from chat. Guys, send us your energy. We need it to power through back to the grand finals. We need to find our way again.
Alright guys, come on, we need your energy. Otherwise we're gonna be stuck here forever.
It's cold here.
Oh, okay.
I can feel it. I can feel your heart. I can feel the desire.
Oh no.
I think this might be it. Okay, hang tight, guys.
We're into it. A double VOD for the grand finals. Player Zero versus Symes, and Symes on the right side, Player Zero on the left side. We see Player Zero going into dust here. Turn one, right off the bat. Symes maybe not even going to go into a cross, going to wait and see. A common strategy when it comes to these the high level matches is actually just tough it out. You've got the 2200 HP.
Yeah. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah, definitely don't TFC there. That's another big mistake that I've seen a lot of newer players make, and that's accidentally TFCing to things that you don't necessarily need TFC to. Thanks to Symes holding on to his holy panel, he didn't accidentally give his opponent holy aura. Look at that. Must be nice to be good and patient at the game.
Yeah, and this was a great turn one for Player Zero, who has lost 17 HP to the HP bug. And Symes, on the other hand, on a bit of a deficit here, down 307. So a lot of damage. Those multiple hits from the machine gun connecting. Just a great turn for Player Zero. And Symes is going to need to get out of this corner. Probably afraid of a Tengu lock at this point with this +2 area. And Life Aura on top of it. So Player Zero in a great position. Ooh. Very nice here. Symes waiting, just holding onto this wind rack.
Oh, and the uninstall, thanks to that static there. No way for Symes to avoid it either. But luckily, the only thing Symes is losing here is that super armor. And yes, he lands that machine gun for that ×2 damage and the decross. But of course... Oh wait, no. Okay, we're good. Symes drew bug fix, which is actually going to be very helpful for him right now because that gives him Buster Bug. I thought PZ drew bug fix for a second. I was about to be a little upset. I definitely agree with going into Erase here because you're going to need to start doing some really serious damage trading with Tomahawk Cross at this point.
Ooh, and Symes grabbing back this area here. Oh, but Player Zero stepping forward. And might be able to get this full lock.
Erase Man going into the barrier, not going to do too much here. There goes a charge shot. Oh, just waiting for the step back.
Oh. Alright, Symes protecting themselves from this Element Man. Otherwise, it would have been a freeze, and that would have been just more free damage for Player Zero.
Dang, watching these guys play just makes me want to play Battle Network. Don't you just want to load up Battle Network? Oh, jeez. I want to play... Oh my gosh, is that Meteor Knuckle and Bug Fix? Who needs Dust when you can just draw good cards?
Yeah, corner Meteor Knuckle. I can't imagine Player Zero wouldn't go for it. Corner Meteor Knuckle, and it will lock Symes in the corner. And then you can follow it up with the Wind Rack after waiting for a bit.
Feather's gonna go ahead and do a decent amount of damage into the Meteor Knuckle. He still got 4 hits. Did you see that? I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, that was above average right there.
I hate it, Beast. He still got the 4. Oh, and the Wind Rack. No TNT to this. It's gonna be a huge conversion. 480 damage for your troubles. Oh, but wait. He did. Oh, no, he had Bug Fix next, not the Invisible. Okay.
Yeah, so Player Zero did not want to sacrifice the Bug Fix there to protect themselves, and that does mean Symes gets the first big hit. That 480 damage Element Man SP is going to get a lot of mileage there. But we see Player Zero pulling up both their Recovery 300s, and they are missing the perfect amount of HP to just pop it right away.
Chrono Force already in hand. This is gonna be really scary. Waiting for that Gundel Soul, of course, just to support the damage. I think going into a slow gauge turn now is very preferable. You can definitely go ahead and use Slash because you've already seen Meteor Knuckle, and you have the defenses to go up against a possible Groundman SP if your opponent throws it out there. But I would like to see more beam moves and charge cross. I agree with that.
Slow gauge does get dropped here, and it's going to stay in effect for the rest of this match, so we'll see how it plays out.
Give some time to wait out those panels, and now we can get these charge castles. Oh, but the area grab, oh, it doesn't matter because charge tackle just extends to that 3rd row, so he'll be able to still play the mind game, still get some decent damage in. Oh, it deals with the anti-damage.
Ooh, but very nice there, popping the anti-damage with that area grab. It also stops the rest of the charge tackles from being able to be used here. Symes is going to have to reclaim this area. And this looks like a Kernel Force turn.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's a possible Kernel Force turn. Not much your opponent can have to stop this outside of an anti-damage, which he does have in hand. There is a Judgment in hand as well, and a Groundman SP to help maybe break some panels beforehand, but it's looking really tough. BZ's gonna have to manage these defenses very well if he wants to survive this turn. Going into Tomahawk would have been really good too.
I do think Player Zero will survive this turn, just thanks to those recoveries in the previous turn, you know, getting that HP back up there. Ooh, dealing with the Life Aura, but here comes the Kernel Force.
Anti-damage is up. Invisible is down as well. Groundman SP Face Tanks gonna take way less damage than what PC initially wanted. You really want Groundman SP to hit the back row to drop those rocks? Trying to get the counter. Oh, that was so smart, but didn't quite get it. Oh, you should have probably gone for the end of turn paralysis there, Symes. And the bug. Cuts the bug because there's no bug fix yet. That's really rough.
Yeah, then definitely, you know, Player Zero surviving that turn with a comfortable amount of HP, still a 200 HP lead over Symes, but that did shave off quite a lot of HP.
Wait,
Gundel Force.
Bug fix was used. These are the final 3? Whoa, that's so fast. What? Oh man, that's rough. Okay, so you do have the Neo variable. You can't go for something so ambitious as a double life sword, and I'm prepared to eat those words. But it doesn't look like you'll be able to get that. Symes, stay back. Symes, stay back. Judgment does not line up for Symes. He comes forward. Oh no!
Oh
Symes.
no!
Oh no, Symes! One! Oh, he goes for the cross! That was a save confirmed! Not going for the double life sword means I have time to go ahead and still do that times 2 damage. That was so smart! Faster input too! Oh my gosh, that was so big brain!
PZ showing the full range of Neo Variable there. You know, a lesser player might have gone for the double life sword there and maybe not have connected with the second hit. playerzero goes for that cross slash and just gets the full damage in there.
E-Dragon, not enough to deal with Sanctuary here. Still gonna get some decent damage. Gonna hope to get these charge shots in. Definitely not enough time, but can Symes ride it out? No. On to the game 2.
Absolutely crazy. Just wow. Alright, so playerzero does take round 1. And so it is a 1-0 right now. PZ demonstrating that mastery of Neo Variable. And damn, that was stylish. You know, double life sword is flashier than the cross slash, but that was actually more impressive than if PZ had gone for the double life sword.
Hard agree. And I really like the adjustment PZ made here in terms of the turn order. He's deciding to go for dust immediately this time. Gonna go ahead and start digging effectively on the next turn, especially since Symes doesn't seem to have access to any cursor chips in his hand, but does draw the bug face turn 1 himself, which is really good because now he has the buster strategy online for his use whenever. Slow Gauge will be in play with this Life Aura, but Tango Man will deal with this immediately. PC holding on to this machine gun, but Symes dodging around it effortlessly, but still getting clipped by Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
Yeah, and Symes does not have air shoes, so this these broken panels are actually a huge problem for Symes being in Charge Cross.
As of right now, Symes is very used to playing Battle Maverick 4 with me, so the poison panels is just an extended HP bug, and he kind of isn't taking it too seriously at the moment, which is why he's still camping forward. Gotta also push your advantage for damage as well, and can't let poison panels really force you into a mindset of camping backward. So definitely good call for Symes here, especially since he's used to it.
Symes pumps their HP back up with that recovery 300 and is now really going to want to connect with this Erase Man. Ooh, and does get it.
Oh, no finish up on the confirm though. Oh, dang. Oh, it clipped. Very nice positioning for PZ. Able to get that bubble star. Symes finding a way out of that corner thanks to that Sanctuary panel too. Getting it out of there easily. Hoping to land a charge shot before the end of the turn and doesn't get it.
PZ does still have these 2 recovery 300s, and it seems like they did get one of their anti-damages in that last turn 3-framed by that Erase Man from Symes. So unfortunately lost that defense, although using it a little bit early, you know, might have just resulted in it being destroyed by the Erase Man. But either way, those that anti-damage specifically is gone now. So I'm thinking through this turn, not great options, just gonna have to play off of the charge shot as usual. But the Sanctuary is gonna be really effective in dealing with all these poison panels that they are having quite an effect in terms of the HP drain.
Both, well, actually, PZ going ahead with that beast out. Symes holding on to Sanctuary. He knows he's going to have to eat something this turn. He senses it coming, trying to lock down some of these charge shots. Oh, and TFC.
Oh, no.
You didn't want this to happen. Wait, how many hits was that? Damn it.
Probably way too many. That was probably above average again.
It was 4 hits. All right, good job. Good job, PZ. As per usual.
Oh, okay. There's no missing with the cross slash Neo Variable sword, unfortunately.
He was trying to flex too hard.
So the way that Meteor Knuckle and Sanctuary work out is to Symes' advantage here, ending up with all of these holy panels now. PZ's still in a comfortable spot though. 1200 HP. Not even going to use these recovery 300s quite yet.
Judgment in hand will reclaim that one panel if going for it now, since it's easy to confirm into accidental TFC. Even the best players make these accidents sometimes, and it's up to PC to take some advantage of it. And he's going to, with use of this area grab, getting the sanctuary panels for himself. Symes doing an excellent job so far protecting his area. But as soon as I say that, steps forward and takes a Wood Dragon for his troubles.
Yeah, and that Wood Dragon taking it forward did result in the destruction of the rest of those holy panels. So only this one remaining holy panel, where the Symes dropped near the end of this turn.
Like these turns, life forward to safely protect that Tomahawk Man, or Tomahawk Cross rather, and on top of these holy panels, best case situation, giving your opponent the false sense of hope. Really playing with fire. Oh, why not just go for it? Okay, this does allow PC to safely go for the life aura. Oh,
ooh.
Almost getting a decross there thanks to Element Ice. Windrak will allow Symes to reclaim his area, and they trade area grabs once again. Nice. Heat Cross getting so much value here. People really tend to sleep on this cross, but it does so much for Gregar as another, yet again, if you're in the front row, another beam move that just spans across the entire screen.
Yeah, it does have the 3 panels forward on its range, so as long as you've got at least neutral area, your opponent cannot hide from you. And Heat Cross is one of the more common crosses we see in the end game, just because not a lot of Gregars want to use it early on. It is outclassed a little bit by some of the other crosses, but it tends to be like old reliable, right? You fall back on it towards the end just because you've reached the end of your crosses, the end of your folder, and you still need something to take care of your opponent just to get out that last bit of HP. So it tends to come up, and it did knock off playerzero's Tomahawk. So, and a couple of those charge shots connecting really evened the HP up here. So PZ
Absolutely.
Now it's a little bit lower than Symes here. But still, those two recovery 300s just sitting in PZ's hand.
Elexord is in hand. PZ did go into the right cross. No! Using it early. Groundman comes out. Anti-damage will protect Symes' HP. Not trying to get destroyed by this today, but these holes will become a problem. And there goes the second. Oh, so smart! Changing the cracked panels into actual panels he can walk on! Amazing play!
Unfortunately, it is not going to protect that well against the Tengu Cross, but this one final anti-damage does give Symes the space they need. PZ stepping back, hoping for Buster Jam procs.
Oh, and recognition from PC.
PZ pops the anti-damage at the end of the turn, and this is going to allow PZ to decide to cancel out if they so choose.
I was trying to say earlier that PZ recognized that going for a charge shot on that anti-damage could result in the loss of his cross, and that's what made it the decision to step back and go for that Buster proc instead to safely confirm getting rid of that anti-damage first. Really smart play from PZ.
And now we're seeing PZ thinking about what to do here. spout cross, because you've got to cross cancel to avoid that 200 damage anti-damage star falling on your head. But Symes also canceled there. Oh, and there's the
Nice!
Eternal Force. There's the Gundel Force, but there was no beast.
No
There was
beast
no
necessary if you're using the Gundel Soul, but it's just not enough area to be significant damage. And there go the players trading their Buster Procs. Oh, this is a perfect situation for Symes right now. If he can confirm double damage on this cross with this Element Man. Oh, this is getting close. Oh, that's so smart, but PC recognizes that. Goes for ground cross instead. Gonna have to opt for this double damage and crash instead, and the plus area. Symes needs to tiptoe around these charge shots as best as he possibly can. 1 HP difference, and it goes for Symes. Yo, yo, that was crazy.
And it's tied up 1-1. Symes saying they're not done yet, clawing their way back into the set. And if Symes manages to take this, it will be a bracket reset. It will be one more set to be played. So we're going to see whether or not Symes can do it.
Wow, it all came down to that one last moment, and Symes prepped up that charge shot to try and get in that Buster Shot damage or the slash damage out of range of the P shot from PZ. PC recognizing that he can't really go for a charge shot without leaving himself vulnerable for a follow-up, especially since he's playing against a very good player like Symes. That option was just not available to him. Symes unfortunately making the wrong read here as PC immediately goes for Tengu and is going to try and go around for this Tengu lock and almost gets it too, but there is one more wind rack, so PC might just get it after all, and he does! Oh, but Symes just
step forward!
Yo, that's so
Very
good!
clean movement, very clean movement from Symes. Getting that one panel is so important to avoid a total Tengu lock here. And it so drastically cuts down the reliability of the Tengu rack and just the DPS that playerzero can put out here.
Now this forces playerzero to play in a mindset that he has to try and reclaim this panel, which will allow a punish in the form of grab revenge from Symes. If he uses another grab, he'll be able to just claim that back so quickly. Oh, the anti-damage is gone! And that's it! The area is taken back immediately! Symes playing masterfully out of that situation, but gets clipped anyway! Another area grab comes down, but the area, oh, he doesn't smash it out in time! But he does get the wind rack!
Oh no, that was so important. Whether or not Symes got that area grab at the end there, because they've got 2 more area grabs in hand now. They could have totally reversed the area situation and gotten their own lock. But now it's a lot less certain here what's going to happen.
My gosh. What a grueling match this is. PC opting to go into Dust here.
Yeah, Dust Cross versus Charge Cross here. Bit of a waste of this anti-damage here, especially since you've got the defense right after it that would have been able to protect you.
Element Man SP in hand. Gonna have to use the barrier for it. But so smart. Takes the charge tackle in order to safely get up this barrier. I like that.
Ooh, and a lot of these dust punches connecting here. And it's so interesting what happened there. PZ released that dust cross charge shot, and you saw Charlie come out and punch the ground, but it actually punched PZ's side of the field because Symes was in the process of charge tackling across. And that actually broke the panel there, so that makes the center safe for PZ right now.
Those who are a little confused as to why Symes went for Element Ice as opposed to anything else with that element or anything to do damage to that barrier, it's because there was a cracked panel in the centermost panel in the front. By using the ice, he can safely go for charge tackles from the second to front row on his side and still get confirms off of it that way. Although, because of that one situation Neryth so graciously gave to us earlier about how Charlie hit his own panel, it led to the situation where he can no longer go for charge shots until he allows that time to pass for the panel to recover. Really smart play there from Symes. Now he's thinking carefully here because he doesn't want to go into a slow gauge turn and lose momentum, but he still wants to do as much damage as possible as well, and barely dodging out of range from that Judge Man. His Sixth Sense definitely activated there. Trying to get some buster procs.
Here come the Recov 300s for player 0, pumping PZ back up to basically full health. But you see that HP drain doing a lot of work, actually. And yeah, both players fishing for these shots. PZ trying to just break more panels.
Once again, Symes going backwards to the second row in order to take a Charlie shot there instead of in front, so that way he can continue to throw out those charge shots unabated. But here we see the use of Colonel Force in hand. Symes is queuing it up, but oh no, there's Meteor Knuckles in player zero's hand too. If he takes Neo Variable, he's taking them both. Will he be able to deny Colonel Force? Oh, Symes is considering that.
To me, this is way too risky of a turn to go for a Colonel Force play. And yeah, Symes recognizes that too, but seeing player 0 at that HP threshold, at 1800 HP with the barrier 200 up, you know, it can feel like there's a lot of pressure.
Man, Symes is really thinking the best strategy for him right now, and he decided slash on a Meteor Knuckle turn. Not TFCing, holding on to this invisible, safely getting up. Oh no, he uses it! Area grab comes down from player 0 now. Element Man is in hand. He can easily turn all these panels into grass panels now, which will get rid of Sanctuary. But he's trying to trap Symes first. Maybe to get that confirm, in which he finds the confirm, goes for the...
Oh
Meteor
no.
Knuckle! Invincible! Symes is able to protect Splash, but gets locked! He's gonna lose it to Charge Shot! PZ's waiting for it! He's waiting for it! Neo Variable comes out! There he goes!
Oh.
Wow, Neo Variable with him.
I don't think there was time there for both a decross from the charge shot and a Neo Variable hit. So
yeah.
I think PZ had to choose between one or the other anyways. But yeah, definitely unfortunate there.
If anything, I think he made the right call here. I think he made the right call going for Charlie over the Neo Variable, because you get the decross out of that, and that's what you really want, right? But Symes doesn't even care about that anymore, because he's now queuing up the Gundel Force.
It's gonna be tough for Symes here, though. I'm not sure that the Gundel Force is gonna be able to accomplish, well, at least a deletion here.
Probably not, because Life Floor is up, but there is a Wind Rack, I believe. Symes just holding on to it. There it is! Nice! Oh, accidental backbeat input is going to force PZ to take extra damage from that Gundel Soul, but he is able to squeeze in that Tengu Man for some decent damage still. Oh man, okay, Symes now has Bug Fix in hand, which is going to be pretty good because that HP drain is starting to get a little annoying. I definitely like PC's hand, but conserving the Heat Dragon's a little...
This could be a great turn for PZ, but if Symes can get out these erase tails, it's going to be really bad. So it's going to be up to PZ to land that wind rack, but that might not be an option anymore. Symes does take a huge hit in the form of this Groundman SP.
There is a wind rack, but there's also an anti-damage.
Oh no. Oh no!
Oh, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I can't be here. I can't be here. I can't be here.
Dodged the erase tail. Okay, we meme about PZ's luck. I don't think this is really luck.
No.
PZ.
No, it wasn't.
PZ dodged the erase tail with the dust beast chip charge. So floating off of the field, the erase tail missed, and
my man PZ said, "Yo, it ain't always about the dice. I can just throw the hands too." What's up? What's up? I'm right here, bro. I'm right here.
You know what? PZ was like, I already used Meteor Knuckle, but I have this other thing that also sends a bunch of crap onto the field. I'm gonna use that too. And just floats into the air, dodges the erase tail. Oh wow.
That was such a flex. Well played. So well played just now. And I think this is the first time Symes has been dethroned in the Blood Moon.
That can't be right.
No.
It can't be right.
It can't be right.
That can't be right. I would be shocked if Salad didn't beat Bitmuffin in Twitch chat. So Salad won number 2 last year. And okay, we're not going to talk about the last one. Okay, but Salad won number 2 last year, so Symes does not have an unbroken streak or anything.
Okay.
And now playerzero has taken the final Blood Moon of this year. So congrats to playerzero.
Congratulations.
I mean, PZ just played very well. Obviously, there were a couple of slip-ups here and there due to fatigue or other factors, but definitely still top-level play, especially that conclusion, that finale. I can't believe what I saw.
That was amazing. Amazing awareness. Amazing usage of Dust Beast. PZ, please. PZ, please.
Yeah, truly amazing.
Oh wait, hold on. We got another donation. Oh, this time it's from Weenie. No message though, but we definitely appreciate the $6 you threw our way. Thank you so much, WeenieWhistle.
Yeah, thanks again to all the players and also the people who donated and just all the viewers as well.
Yeah, especially the viewers, guys. We wouldn't be anything without you guys. We need you to watch. And we would love it when you guys come to watch. Thank you.
I'm still in shock.
Same. No,
I didn't expect that. That is such a shocking conclusion because erase beast, erase cross, right? That's a counter to dust cross.
Mm-hmm.
You get the cursor boost, erase tail.
Mm-hmm.
You're expecting that juicy 420 damage hit. Erase tail. The D-cross, the brutal erase tail coming down.
Yeah. All that. Mm-hmm.
And PZ overturning it, waiting for that erase tail to release, and then floating up into the sky and raining down death onto Symes at the end.
I think the last time I saw a great Dust Beast charge shot dodge, I think it was Lucky versus was it HonorNite when he dodged the Colonel Force with Dust Beast? I think it was HonorNite.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen similar plays in the past, but wow, because the chip charge, it even landed. The beast charge landed and actually knocked Symes down to 1 HP and resulted also in a conclusion of that round. That well played to PZ and Symes, to both of you, and thank you for that amazing performance. But I think we now have our wonderful stream operator, Salad, who might have some words for us here.
All right, so I'm so glad Zay was able to join us today because his dream came true. Symes has been dethroned.
Wait, what? That was wait, what? 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 That was his dream?
Yeah, he was saying for the past few tournaments to stop letting Symes win. That was his one plus. He said he loved the tournament aside from that. So yeah, I'm so glad that he could be with us to see this day. All right, and with that, let's celebrate a little bit. That's the wrong transition. Let's just roll with it.
Okay, well...
Yep, playerzero managed to comfortably hold his place in the winner's bracket. What is this win harder bracket you speak of? I've never heard of it before, says playerzero. And yep, playerzero is now double crowned. We put a crown right on top of his little princess crown from the Netopia Cup, which is where he got the champion color from, by the way, guys, in case you didn't know. Lore over there. Unfortunately, that stream is lost to the undernet. But, yep, that's where he got it. And, oh no, what's this? Wait a second. You see that? The crown. I think it's jamming out to the music. I think someone in the chat earlier said something about something being synced to the music. To the music, you said. Alright, again, congratulations playerzero for taking the Seaside Blood Moon champion crown. He is now the new Moon Master. Let's slap that title on him soon.
I don't think PZ can bear the weight of the crown. I wouldn't mind a crown if you don't mind, PZ.
Oh, of course, it has to be sold. I mean, you know. Well,
yeah, it looks like PZ isn't here anyway, so I think the crown should just go. You know what?
Yeah. Neryth, go get that. Go get that.
HRS2 in chat says Moon Master title sounds fancy. It is a bit fancy, actually. We do an announcement on Discord about it. Eventually, that is. And we get a special color rule that only the Moon Master has up until the next New Moon tournament or Blood Moon tournament happens. And we see who gets to take the crown. Symes is the first player to successfully defend the crown for so he won 2 different Blood Moons in a row, so he managed to successfully defend the crown once, but unfortunately, it's playerzero's now. It looks so good on him, don't you think?
Yeah, the crown on top of the crown, I love it. It's wonderful. Although I think it would look better on me, personally.
Personally.
I guess I'll just have to try a little bit harder next time.
Yeah.
And same to everyone else who was unfortunately eliminated by PZ and HonorNite and Symes, and everyone who fell down into the abyss. All of us poor peasants down here looking up at the glorious crown on PZ's head.
You were in a win harder bracket this time. Next time, I guess you're in a try harder bracket.
Oh wow! All right.
I can't even laugh. I didn't even make it to that far.
Who are you?
Bro. I'm signing out.
Okay, and I do want to point out though that this was a top cut of 12 with 4 participants in the lower half, or I guess lower quarter, starting lower third math, starting in the losers bracket. So we did have playerzero, and this is the winner side we're seeing. But aside from everyone in winner side who played excellent, including Lizard Lab, who was rocking the default Discord avatar, is This is I think the 3rd or 4th tournament they've ever joined in M1GP, and they also had a great showing. I believe they almost took a round against Symes, and I think they also were really close to moving up in losers. And yeah, for the people that did start in losers bracket too, they had a pretty honorable run as well. It's pretty stressful knowing that lose one and you're out, but yeah, we had some people climbing out of there. Unfortunately, it was not enough. Yeah, WeenieWhistle also came very close to winning against Symes. It was a 2-1, and okay, no bias, but I love WeenieWhistle. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for joining, playing, watching, bullying Symes. I mean, thank you for joining.
No bias, no bias.
No bias. Never. None.
And did we talk about the latest donation we received?
Yeah, I believe the last donation we received was from WeenieWhistle for $6 with no comment. So thank you again to WeenieWhistle. And thank you to everyone else who donated over the course of the stream, and thank you everyone else for watching.
Yeah, I want to do a quick overview of the donations we did get as well, just as a overall thank you. Don't push the wrong button. Don't push the wrong button. Okay, there we go. So, let's see. We started with a Blue Star donation today. And actually it was a bit funny. I think Blue Star donated, and then Wazi happened to donate approximately 2 seconds later, so they actually stacked their donations. And we had another one from Blue Star, one more from Zay, who was coming back to take his crown of being the guy that donates every single stream, even from the hospital, I hear. And again, thank you for WeenieWhistle for the final donation. And with that, we did hit the weekly stream goal. So thank you a lot, guys, for the donations. And speaking of the donations, there will be a write-up soon of what we've used since the last update. And it's a bit too early to reveal it officially, but we actually, with all of the support, have purchased web hosting for a future M1GP site. All of the links now work with HTTPS, and if you poke around, you might be able to find some things using the domains and subdomains if you are nosy. And with the web hosting, we're hoping to set up the wiki if you watch the latest YouTube video. Yep, Symes said in the latest YouTube video that he heard rumors that there's going to be a wiki coming, and yes, indeed, we're hoping to set that up with the web hosting. And so the final plan would be to move away from the Google Sheets and have the central doc officially hosted on the website, as well as the wiki, which hopefully we'll be able to break down the guides and have more detailed information on the chips and mechanics in the game with. And with that, I think this might be the end, guys. So playerzero successfully broke us out of Symes prison. Again. Let's congratulate him. I don't have the congratulations clip this time, so we're gonna have to do it manually. Congratulations!
I don't want to kick Symes while he's down. I mean, congratulations, right? Congratulations, PZ. You've earned it. You deserve it. We love you, but man, that was. I'm still in shock over that finale. That was a way to go, for sure. Yeah, thanks again to all the players, all the viewers, all the donators, all the people who run the stream and do the production for the stream.
Okay, and with that, we have one more announcement actually, which is that for those that know what Pool Party is, or for those that want to find out, we will be having a registration, I believe, open up later this week for a special format with limited Navicust and limited chips. So it's for those that play card games, I think it's similar to a draft format where every player is gonna get the same limited pools of chips to choose from to make their folders from. And it's a lot of fun. It's a very fresh and interesting way to play the game. Shadow will be hosting it later this week, and after that we have a lot of Freaky Friday happening. Freaky Friday is a great way for new players to join because you don't need to make your own setups. You will be randomly assigned a setup to pick from all the new moons so far that have been played. So you could be getting a playerzero setup, a Symes setup, a Soul setup, a Neryth setup. Or
conveniently not mentioning yourself, but yes, a salad setup. could be getting any number of setups from any number of established players, or just anyone who has played the New Moon. Yeah.
Or we could be like what happened during, I think, the first time we did Freaky Friday, where like 6 people in a row got the same Tiago folder and chose it. So that was really weird. Out of like 150 possible setups. The world works in mysterious ways. But yeah, so we will hopefully have more Freaky going on. And the community helped to compile the save files for that, so thank you a lot again to everyone that helped with that. And yeah, let's move on to the credits screen. Okay, so we will be heading off about here, but before that, do the casters want to say bye?
Absolutely. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, take care, everyone, and thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone again, everyone who donated, everyone who watched, everyone who played, and yeah, it was a lot of fun casting this, and it was a lot of fun watching these matches with you guys.
Yeah, thank you again, everyone, for watching. The community is basically everyone that is watching, interacting, and everyone playing as well. And obviously, huge shout out to Salad and Neryth and SoulXCross for the commentary, and Salad running the stream as well.
Wait, why did I congratulate myself just now?
You deserve it.
Why, thank you. I'm not as good as a stream operator as playerzero, though. It seems like I always screw something up. But well, thank you again, guys, for joining. And we're gonna leave the screen on for a little bit, but actually mute the microphones this time. Apparently, it was playing on YouTube for a while, so the stream watchers at YouTube got to see our secret backing talk for a bit. Oh yeah. There's also the Poor Man's Battleship Challenge format that is going through, I think, the conceptual stage. So we might run one of those or do some playtesting for that as well. So yeah, lots of events coming up, guys. Thank you again. And thank you for the donations. Bye!
Not creepy at all.